in the truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Welcome back to Westport High School. Just a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner was played, and I'm Galen Unold, joined by our producer Nick, and of course the troll John. And I almost called you John Andrews.
Ride or die.
So Mr. Ivory, what do we got going on as the captains take the field? You got Cottney, Buster, Gavin Savino, and my man Chemo.
Yeah, it looks like Chemo's coming out despite being hurt. He's got a knee brace
Yeah,
on, limping, so it looks like he's got a bit of a knee injury here.
He's soft. He's all pudding in the middle. Maybe his mama's listening. Great. He's just a phenomenal kid. Known him for a long time, and he'll eat you out of house and home if you let him. I will tell you that. All right, so let's talk about this Westport team. What do they need to do in order to right the ship, John? They've got to get off to a great start, right?
4 points.
I
mean, as simple as
all
that.
right, well, now we got 10.
No, but in all seriousness, points.
Sure.
And we've already talked about it. He's the X factor here tonight. He's got to come out here, play strong, lead the team down the field. Coach Rem is not going to be able. He's not going to be afraid to throw the ball.
Sure.
Okay. He's not going to be afraid to throw the ball. They don't have Elijah Hopkins, so they don't necessarily, as far as we know, they don't have that breakaway player.
Outside of Leonard Hill.
Yeah, outside of Leonard Hill.
On the defensive side,
correct,
he's that guy.
correct.
Offensively, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, I think, Westport, they're going to have a little bit more of, we're going to try to grind you out type offense. Yeah. I don't think you're going to see necessarily the big plays out of them. That being said, it could even be a pretty short game. You're not going to have a ton of incompletions. I think you're going to have a lot of short passes. Get Gavin Savino some confidence tonight. Throw high percentage passes. Get some chunks here and there and march the ball down the field.
Sure, I understand what you're saying, and there's a couple of issues there. This team doesn't know what they do well yet. The Westport team, and the season's early, right? We got 8 more games. They've got to find out who they are and what they're good at.
Yeah. Because
they don't know yet. And I don't think they have any idea. One other note, North Marion, they're wearing these gold numbers.
Can't see the numbers.
We have no shot.
Yeah, they're wearing white jerseys and like light gold. It's
impossible.
It's like
to see
the Florida State gold. I can't even see
But it's on if it was on a dark background, I would be loving it.
I can see that one of the captains is TJ.
Well, of course.
I call him Jay-Z as a last
name. I was
name,
about to say.
But it's pronounced Jingo Zion. I still can't. I've known the kid forever. I know his parents pretty well. I know
his dad's a coach out at MCYFL.
MCYFL, the NFL Flag League I did for years. So, he's a really good player. I mean,
It's fun to watch.
Well, he's a kid that don't piss him off.
No, you know what he would. You know what
he wants to take everybody's head off that's in front of him.
I once heard an NFL special teams player, and he was the wedge buster, and he said, my job is to run as hard as I can as if I'm hitting a garage door. Yeah. That's TJ.
Yeah, he'll run through a brick wall for you if you ask him to.
Absolutely. You can't question that kid's toughness.
He plays a lot of linebacker, right?
Yeah,
linebacker, safety a little bit.
He's a tweener. He's not fast enough to play safety, but he loves to hit. And, again, we're all over the place, which is usual for you and I. But let's get back to this team and what do they do well. One, they haven't created a ton of turnovers. I think they've got 2 on the season. High school football, that's just not enough, right? They've got to turn over the football, and they've got to make some plays with their defense because they've got to set their offense up for success. So let's see how it all shakes out tonight on a glorious evening here at Westport High School. Largest high school in the county, John. The problem with that is 90% of them, I think, are in some type of theatrical program.
Well, it's this small. while it's the largest school in the county, it's also the smallest 8A school in the state.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, their numbers are artificially propped up with the performing arts theatrical program. They've also got the dual enrollment college program that's here too. So realistically, they should be a 6A school, not 8A. Unfortunately for them.
Yeah.
Not that we're here to make excuses for them. But that segues into the lack of common sense that the FHSA uses on a lot of things. Which, by the way, ding dong, the witch is dead. George Tomlin is retiring after this year.
I cannot believe you didn't say that coming out. I mean, he's no friend to this program.
No. Thank God this isn't a playoff sanctioned event, or else we wouldn't be here tonight.
That's right. And I'm not a fan of his. I never have been. He's arguably the worst superintendent this county has had in a long time, and that is saying something.
Yeah.
When you just get past our most recent one. Right? At least Heidi was accountable and talked to you and explained her decisions. George just sat in his office and pretended like he was a king. So, I'm glad he's gone. But getting back to the football game, this is the way it is. If you're listening to this broadcast for the first time, welcome. This is the John Ivory and Galen Unold show. We kind of let it rip, talk. We don't care.
Anything goes.
The guy who owns the station is right across the street. It's a good friend of mine. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, it looks like the guy making the kick for North Marion. I've got a little bit better eyes.
Justin
Stopford, number 17.
Yep.
Surprised you had those eyes.
No, I watched the film.
You're a little bit older than me, so
I had that written down because I watched the film. North Marion is going to kick off. They're going to go to our right, to our left.
Westport's got 3 players deep. This is interesting.
Yeah, they do some weird things sometimes, and I think they think he's going to squib kick it because that's what he's done historically. But North Marion, just so you know, is wearing their maroon pants, white jerseys, and gold numbers. My mom taught at North Marion for a little over 20 years. I grew up at that school. I've known Greg Carr for a long time when he was a football player at North Marion. Talk about that a little bit,
Greg Carr. I played against him in high school.
Oh yeah, that's about the same time. And absolute freshman. Arguably one of the top 5 freshman seasons of Florida State history.
He was 1 year younger than I was. I was class of 2003 at Bellevue. He was 2004
at he was
Marion.
Special. I mean, he was
so
tall.
Good player. We beat him, but
You don't want to play against him in flag football, John. I'm just going to say that because he takes it really, really seriously.
Another criticism I have about North Marion's uniforms is I wish they would bring the gold helmets back. To me, that's tradition. Why mess with tradition? The gold helmets.
You would think that Greg would respect that because he's a guy who wore the gold helmet.
It's like I've already told Brady Ackerman, you got to bring back the silver helmet.
I love this. That's a good call. With the blue breeches. Then they have the silver top.
Well, the plan was to bring them back this year. Unfortunately, the previous coach had already sent them back for conditioning, and we were SOL with Rydell, so we'll have silver back next year at Bellevue.
All right, so Stofford's going to step up to the football and get this game underway, and it's a little bouncy little thing that's picked up at about the 10-yard line. That looks like Jyleek Barnes. He heads right up the middle and is popped right there at the 25 and falls up to the 27-yard line.
I'm trying to make number 3. That was Caleb Rollerson from North Marion coming right up the gut. Heck of a gutsy tackle there.
Jyleek Barnes is coming off limping because he got hit right on the kneecap.
He got hit pretty low, and he took a hard hit. He's limping off the field right now.
And the last thing this team needs is another injury, John, because they are riddled with them right now.
While Steve Rem gets his team huddled, let's talk about this officiating crew tonight. We didn't touch on that, but
I didn't really want to.
The infamous Ricky Howard crew. So let's expect a lot of flags tonight, a lot of roughing the passes, a lot of unnecessary holding calls by this officiating crew.
Oh man, rough start right there. As Westport's going to have to call a timeout because they had the wrong personnel because one of their football players didn't have their knee pads in. And that's no bueno, John. You got to have your knees covered right here. And that's your guy,
DeSanko.
Yeah, DeSanko.
Coach Rem's nephew. And he just looked at him. He looked like he might have dog cussed him a little bit there.
I formation, 2 tight end set, 1 wide receiver. They give it to the running back. He heads over the right side. It picks up a solid 4 yards right there. Nice run for the Wolfpack. That'll set up 2nd down and 6, and that's
Deshaun Scott.
I got Cozy Coates. No?
We have Deshaun Scott.
All right, I'm going to go with you.
This was handed to us pregame. Yeah, nice run there by Deshaun Scott. And Jermaine Jackson, North Marion on the stop there. But the thing I was most impressed with was the edge there that was set. Looked like the tight end, actually, our guy Leonard Hill.
Yeah, sealed it. They're going to run the
sealed
exact
it
same
again.
play.
Same exact. Leonard Hill made a heck of a block there, sealing the edge again. They just didn't get anywhere.
No, because that play was blown up by TJ. TJ read it, jumped the block, and Steve Rim will see that. And so now play action pass off the same route. You should have your tight end dump on the left side.
But, that's just not a very good play to run to the boundary.
It's the short side, yeah. But it's 3rd and 5 here. First quarter, 10:57. First end left to go in the first quarter. First possession for Westport. They're wearing their all teal with a white helmet. It's a good-looking uniform set. They're going to run it again. Same exact play. He's got the edge. He's got the first down. This is coming back on one of those phantom holding calls by your favorite guy on the field. And that's going to set up, depending on where they spot it, it's going to set up 3rd and about 15.
The interesting thing is it looks like he threw the flag directly at Leonard Hill, who's the tight end, and Leonard Hill was literally standing there with no one around him.
Ricky's got a quota. He's got
a quota, and he's going to say, Steve Rem, screw you. I'm going to mess up your first down, and I'm going to do it to you probably about 5 more times tonight.
Yeah, and it'll be a touchdown call back or 2.
Touchdown, first down.
Bellevue knows all about that.
Yeah, so now Bellevue had 5 touchdowns called back the other week. So
all right, 3rd and 15.
Should have been first down. Now we got 3rd and 13. So
again, now they're still got that 2 tight end sets. 1 wide receiver to the top is Jai Leak. Shotgun formation, and Gavin throws it out there. He's got him, and it's Buster for a first down. And there's another flag on the play. This one's going to be personal foul against North Marion for roughing the quarterback. That'll add on 15. Good throw and catch there by Gavin and Buster.
Well, and Buster looks pretty good right now. It doesn't look like he's limping very much anymore. So
I just love the kid.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this. Those two have played together for 6 years now. They know each other very well. They have a genuine love for one another. Yeah. And you can see it on the field.
But Buster ran a very simple 10-yard out. He actually caught it short of the first down and made some nice yards after catch there. What's interesting is North Marion has not adjusted to this double tight set whatsoever.
Sure if not.
They're staying in this 4-3 set. The ends are inside the tight end, it seems like. Now they have adjusted. Now they've got a 5-man front going on with guys. They're finally adjusting to this.
Toss sweep to the right. He's got a hole, breaks one tackle, and then he's met behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe he got back. I thought he had a hole there. I think he missed the hole there, John.
Well, that was Leonard Hill on the carry. They actually put him at running back for a sweep to the right. But, no, I don't know if there was necessarily a hole. They've adjusted. They've got a 5-man. They've got a 5-man front. They've got the ends lined up outside the tight end. They are taking away the edge now.
Yeah.
The North Marion has finally adjusted after about 4 or 5 plays here.
I'm watching Steve Rim's body language, head coach for the Westport, on the sidelines. Somebody missed an assignment or he missed the hole. But they do have single coverage with Barnes out here on the bottom now. Again, I formation, 2 tight ends. Gavin looks at that way. He rolls out. He fires into the flat. And Buster makes a great catch. And that'll be near the first down marker. Great throw there by Gavin. And this is what I was talking about by simplifying it. He's gone from a 4. Last year, Gavin was making a 4 read play. Then he went down to 2, and now he's making one single read.
There was a very simple flood route is all that was.
Sure.
It was a flood. He had Buster going on that deep out. He also had a guy in the flat. He rolled that way. Quite honestly, neither guy was really open. Buster was actually double covered.
Yeah.
He just put that in the right exact spot.
And I think Steve's like, throw it to Buster. I think he's telling him where to throw it. And there's the I formation. There's a big hole over the left side, and that'll be a pickup of about 8. And that'll set up 2nd down and 2.
You know, that was a heck of a hole there on the left side. The guy that I noticed was number 58, Rowland Richardson. Looks like he actually pancaked his guy 5 yards down the field, and that's who the running back, Leonard Hill, followed. They got Leonard Hill at running back here. I mean, he's the dude
Is
right
that
now.
17 or at 11?
That's 11.
Okay.
That's 11,
all right.
Leonard Hill. And then they got 22, Trey Stokes at fullback here.
And it makes sense because Trey Stokes is just a beast.
Yeah.
He's an absolute beast.
And they have not gotten out of this 2 tight set.
Why? It's working.
Yep.
They're killing the clock.
And Buster Barnes, so.
I formation again. Hill gets it. He's got maybe enough for the first down. No, they're going to mark him short, but he's hit after about a 3-yard gain.
It's almost like I knew pregame what was going to happen. What did I say? Don't try to go deep. Don't try to get the big breakaway plays.
Yeah.
Go chunks at a time. Get your quarterback some confidence on the short passes and keep chunking away with these little runs here.
Yeah, because Gavin's 2 for 2 on this drive.
Yeah.
And looks good. And Steve Rim's like, just relax. And again, I've been on the sidelines with Steve. You've been on the sidelines with Steve. I know kind of how his brains work. I don't have the chemistry that him and Cass do. But you can kind of see the wheels are turning for him. And I think he's just trying to find a crease. And they've come out, this 2 tight end set, just running the football.
Now they're in the shotgun, though.
Shotgun, running backs each side. And Steve doesn't like something, so he's going to call a timeout. Something was going on. I think he saw there was a delay of game, and that's on Steve because he took too long. But, John, so far, opening drive, 7:59 left to go in the first quarter. No score here at Westport High School. Good opening drive for the Wolfpack.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like we've already said several times here, Steve Rem is keeping it simple. He stayed in the same formation. Really, the only thing different he's done is he's changed some personnel here and there. They actually started off at running back with number 4, Deshaun Scott.
Correct.
Who's a guy we've never really heard of.
I don't know.
And he looked pretty good running the ball.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is every time they were actually running off the edge, right off of the tight end's butt, Leonard Hill, who was setting the edge. And now, after they crossed midfield, they got Leonard Hill at running back, and now he's the guy getting a lot of the carries. And Savino's done a really nice job passing the ball so far.
Yeah, he's become a game manager, and I think that's what they want.
Yeah. Don't try to be a hero.
Don't be a shock. Don't be shocked. Just keep this in the back of your mind. If you don't see a naked bootleg out of this formation, especially if he comes to our side, John, to the right side, because it is wide open. Just going to throw that out there. Now Barnes is going to sit up in the right side. Offset eye. They're going to do a toss sweep to the right. He's going to throw it. He's got Barnes wide open deep. That ball's about 1.5 feet underthrown, and it's picked off at the 4. Terribly thrown ball because Barnes was wide open. That ball should have been shot.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I get what Coach Rem's doing. He did what no one was expecting that in the whole stadium. Nobody.
Sure.
You got 3rd and 2 in their territory. You're expecting, all right, they're going to try to run it up the middle here. He tried to gamble. He took a chance. You know what? If it worked, he looks like a genius. It didn't work. People are like, what are you doing?
No, he was open. It was a good punt, right? I mean, they're set up inside the 5-yard line. Now we're going to see the Colts for the first time, anchored by A.J. Cousins, who's coming off of 4 touchdown passes against Forest. He's going to throw out to the right side. He's got a man, but he's brought down immediately for about a 2-yard gain.
That's number 2 on the catch, Elijah Walton. But coming up on the tackle, it looks like he's not hurt. I guess we got some bad information here, but that's Cedric Strickland.
Woohoo!
Cedric Strickland is playing tonight, number 24. So excuse the remark we made that he's hurt. And I tell you, he made a great play on the ball. I tell you, I watched Cedric Strickland a lot last year, okay? And not only the way he plays, but
it's almost like you were at every game.
Well, almost. But the way he moves as a corner, his size, this is a good play. He's a good-looking kid. He's got a bloodline. He's got brothers who are very good too.
Sure.
So I think this kid could be a viable college prospect.
All right, there's a handoff to the right up the middle. That's enough for the first down, maybe, depending on the spot. It was 2nd down and 5. And on the carry was Bravis Cave. And it's going to be short. It'll be 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah.
6:50 left to go, no score.
And
Westport, North Marion.
That was the linebacker, number 22, Trey Stokes, coming in on the tackle for the stop. So, we got a 3rd and 1 here. Let's see what North Marion dials up here.
And again, North Marion, Greg Carr, this is his 2nd season. He came and the cupboard was pretty empty for him. And I think he's just trying to rebuild the program. He's a guy who's well respected within the community. Obviously grew up here, went on and played a little bit everywhere, Canadian League. There's a handoff again to Cave, and he's going to be brought down. Ooh, let's see where that spot is.
I think he's got it.
Oh, they're going to say he got it.
Here's a little trivia, though, for you. What Canadian Football League team did Greg Carr play for?
I only know like 3.
I'll give you a hint. There were green.
It wasn't the Argonauts. I think it was the Winnipeg?
No, Edmonton Eskimos.
I got nothing.
Edmonton.
That was my 3rd guess because those are the 3 teams I know.
Believe
That's
it or not,
about it.
I actually remember.
Water break.
I remember watching him. My mother and father-in-law were actually from Canada, and my father-in-law he actually subscribed to a Canadian channel to watch the CFL.
CSN.
I'm like, who subscribes to watch the CFL?
Three downs.
Just so happens it's the Edmonton Eskimos, and there's Greg Carr making all the plays. He was the number one dude on the team, and that was when I was like, wow, that's Greg Carr. He's playing in the CFL. He's the number one guy. I didn't even know that. Like,
do you remember when he played in the Arena League?
no.
Yeah, I think he played in the Arena League for 2 years.
But you know, it's amazing how some guys like that, they can work out so well in some of these other leagues, and then you put them in the NFL, and it doesn't work out for
His size, he wasn't. And again, I'll tell the story. At halftime, I'm going to tell my Greg Carr story and what he did to my then 8-year-old son, Tristan, my youngest, who's now taller than him. And I'll share this story. All right, but here we go. Right now, it's 1st and 10. Colts ball sits right at the 15-yard line. They're going to hand it to Cave again. He dives over the right side and is undercut there after about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that was actually the safety coming in on the play. That was number 9, Nate Rocker for Westport High School. So
you got to have a rocker on your team,
That's
too.
a guy that I don't think we talked about really at all pregame. So he's another key player on this defense.
And again, that'll set up, they're going to say you got no gain, so it'll set up 2nd and 10. And again, Cousins, huge game against Force, but I think everybody has, and everybody will this year. 11 for 22, 231, 4 touchdown passes. He's a sophomore, 196 foot tall. Looks like he's in complete control there in a 4 wide out set. He's going to throw over the middle. He's got a man, but it's way overthrown. Jyleek Barnes was there running with him. That'll set up 3rd and 10.
I tell you, wow. Jordan Hudson, number 1. I want to say he's a defensive back, and he came in on a blitz from the edge.
Yeah.
And he rocked the quarterback. I'll be honest, I'm shocked. I am shocked that the white hat right there, Ricky Howard, did not throw.
I bet you he wanted to.
He wanted to. He stared
They're
it down.
probably related, by the way.
But
you know that,
but
right?
Probably. But Ricky Howard, he wanted to throw that flag. It was clean. Don't get me wrong. No flag should have been thrown, but he wanted to.
4 wide outs for Cousin. He drops back, fires over to the right side. Oh, that was a play your boy Strickland should have had there, John. That'll set up 4th and 10 because he's still running. Yeah. He could have run all the way to the gym at Westport and never been touched.
Great break on the ball, though.
Oh,
great
fantastic.
Break on the ball.
Did everything right.
All that play was that was what you call sticks.
Yep, that's right.
Everybody ran a curl comeback to the sticks, to the first down marker, and he read that perfect.
Woo. And it didn't look like the wide receiver never turned around for the ball either. That was off. All right, so Justin Stauffer's going to come in for the kick. Kind of a lazy snap, but he gets it off. He was under some pressure there from Strickland. Kind of a helicopter-y pass that goes out of bounds. I saw one of the North Marion assistants over there go to catch it. I'm like, is he on the field?
That was Jeremy Vickers.
Yeah. Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So it's going to be out of bounds right at this side of the Westport side of the 50. Again, no score. Good start so far for Westport.
You know what? This right here, though, this is a perfect spot to go play action deep. Midfield, first down, go play action deep, first play.
Again, here we are at the 4:59 mark. No score between Westport and North Marion. I'm Galen Unel with John Ivory. And Westport, hey, by the way, the Colts numbers are getting a little easier to see now that big orange ball that is right over the 50-yard line isn't blinding us. So it looks like Scott's going to come back in at the running back. Now they're going to go 2 wide to the bottom. 1 tight end. Gavin looks that way. He's got a read. No one to throw to. Barnes comes back, makes a great catch right there at the 40-yard line, right at the stick. That'll be a first down. They're going to mark it down at the 39.
Another variation of the flood there. The wide receiver deep, he went straight down the sideline. In the slot was Buster, who ran that deep out. And then you had the tight end, Leonard Hill, going in the flat. Leonard actually, I think, went a little bit too deep. He kind of floated a little bit too deep. He's got to be a little bit more shallow there. He doesn't want to bring his guy into Barnes. Thankfully, Barnes was open. Savino hit him right on the money for the first down.
And again, Coach Rim making things really simple for Savino tonight. Looking good. 1st and 10. He's going to give it to Scott. Scott's got a huge hole over to the left side. Needs 1 block on the edge. Buster whiffed on it. And that'll set up 2nd down and 4, though. Nice 6-yard gain there for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Deshaun Scott, that's a kid's name who we never called last year, I don't think.
He may have changed his name. That happens. That'll happen on you're like, I don't know who this is.
Did he emancipate himself, you think?
Maybe. Let's hope not. Free Brittany, by the way. She's free. I think we should all be happy. That's fantastic. All right, 2nd down and 4. They're going to have 2. Ooh, this is another look at it. This is 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, Savino in shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's got 3 men on the right. He fires deep. Good overthrow there. Anything close. That was well defended by about 7 or 8 Colts. Nobody been on the play action at all.
Nope. Well, and I think once again, it was another variation of the flood pass to the right.
If that's what he can throw,
and that's,
right?
Yeah, and, the Colts, they're kind of catching on to this year. They're understanding that they're rolling out the quarterback. When they roll him out, they're rolling him out to the right. And everything's kind of being thrown to the sideline, which is smart by Steve because now you're throwing more of a high percentage pass. You're not throwing some passes down the middle of the field that can easily be intercepted.
All right, let's see what happens here. Same formation. This time the 2 wide receivers to the top. They're going to give it to Scott. Maybe they're going to go for it on 4th down here because that'll set up, 4th down and maybe
3, 4.
No, the stick didn't even move, so they're going to say no gain on the play.
But, not a bad play call there. People may question, hey, 3rd and 4, why aren't you throwing the ball? But you're in 2-down territory right here on the 33-yard line. So.
I think he missed the hole, too. I thought if he bounced that outside, I thought he had a little room there. All right, so the ball's going to be set up on the far hash right at the 30, we'll call it the 33-yard line. He needs to get to about the 29. 3:28 left to play. Savino's now under center. They're going to go with 1 tight end, 2 wide receivers, offset eye, and now they're going to set up both wide receivers on the bottom. Savino's looks to the sideline. A lot of confusion going on. And I think that's the 3rd time out of the game for Steve Rim.
I think it's that 2nd time out. 2nd time out for Steve Rim. But, yeah, that was the receivers were lining up in the wrong side. That was DeSanko, actually, his nephew. Yeah, a little jitters here for the freshman playing in varsity.
Again, people underrate that step.
Yeah.
The people that do it make it look really, really easy. But it's not that simple.
I remember a long time back when I played high school football, a freshman.
Everything was in black and white?
Yeah, everything's black and white.
No flat screens?
Yeah, no, but in all seriousness, a freshman playing varsity was unheard of. Shoot, a freshman playing JV was unheard of because that's back when we had freshman football.
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
So it didn't matter how good you were.
Sure.
You were playing on the freshman team.
Yeah.
And then if you happen to be good enough after your 6-game season,
you got to
move you up to varsity at that point.
Yeah. You can go
and
back.
And even that was slim chances.
Scott Brantley didn't play as a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean.
And now you got kids that
Dante
tell coaches,
did.
I'm not coming to high school here if I'm not on varsity as a freshman.
Dante did.
Yeah.
2 wideouts to the bottom, offset eye, tight end to set up to the right side, the power side. They're going to do a toss sweep to Hill. Hill's got to get to the edge. Oh, and he's pulled down. Is that going to be a flag? That's got to be a horse collar, doesn't it?
You would think.
It's not. He's short. I thought he was closer than that.
Heck of a tackle. That was our guy, number 8, TJ.
He doesn't. I mean, he pulled his jersey and pulled him off his feet. I thought that was a horse collar.
I think the horse collar, quite honestly, is one of the most overrated penalties. You know why? I'm going to give you quick trivia here. Do you know why the horse collar penalty was actually created in the first place?
Yeah, prevent injuries.
No.
No?
Who got injured? Who got injured that made
running back from
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope.
Oh, there's a handoff. That'll be a pickup of about 6. That time it is
Nate Rocker on the tackle, number 10.
Lane Kamari. Kamari Lane on the
here's
carry.
who got hurt. The year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl when they lost to the Patriots. I want to say this was like 2004, 2005.
Yep, makes sense.
2005.
It's right around there.
Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens broke his leg.
Oh. I remember something like that. Yeah.
And then that's when they invented the horse collar
penalty. Makes sense. All right, so Cousins is going to come to the line. It'll be 2nd and 5. We're still in the first quarter, 2:30 left to go. 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. He's going to look to the right, fires. He's got a man who tips it to himself, and he's going to be brought down immediately. I don't know. They're going to say he's right at the first down marker. Going to be 3rd and short, John.
Yep, and that was number 2, Elijah Walton, on the on the catch. Elijah Walton actually came into this game with
6'4",
some decent stats.
160.
Yeah, big
3
kid.
catches.
He had 3 catches for 70 yards last game.
Yep, including 1 touchdown.
He's a big boy.
He's a basketball player. I know him from the basketball court. North Marion always has these guys that pull out. They've got a sophomore this year who's going to be really, really special. At some point we'll talk about basketball, but not yet. Little early. Vanguard's going to be terrible this year, though, because my man Aaron James is gone. All right, here we go. He's going to drop back. He looks to the right. He's hit as he throws. The ball is up in the air, and what a catch there by Walton, who went up and got it and just stole it. The defensive back just never found the football and was burned.
There's just some big-time size difference there. Number 14, Caden Brown, the corner for Westport. I mean, he's not going to get those 50-50 balls against Walton. I mean, one guy is
5'8",
6'4", and the other one's about 5'8".
He's 5'8", 150.
Yeah. So, that's a mismatch. Greg Carr is going to expose that all night. I will say this, though. Westport sent 6, and they crushed the quarterback. Cousins is getting abused out there. This offensive line better tighten up, and going 5 wide right here is not the answer.
Now they're going to bring the running back to set up next to Cousins. He's going to get the handoff. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Will Cotney. And that'll be second down and 12, John.
Yep, heck of a play by Will Cotney in the backfield there. But I tell you what, they need to get some extra blockers in here. I mean, Westport is bringing 5 or 6 every time. If you don't keep extra blockers in there, your quarterback is going to get beat up, and it's going to punish him throughout the game. I mean, here they are going 5 wide again. If I'm Westport, I'm bringing 6 again.
Here we go, 2nd and 12. Cousins, 3 wide outs to the top, 2 to the bottom. He fires to the bottom, and he's got Watkins again. Walton again. It'll pick up maybe 5. That'll be 3rd down and a long.
Yep. And
they're going to say he got 3rd and 8.
Caden Brown made the tackle, so nice break on the ball, and they literally only got like about a gain for 2 yards here. So
there we go.
Nice play there.
I got the camera in case you were getting sick watching me fiddle with the camera.
What happened to your little
my tripod?
Your tripod.
I don't know. I think I know where it is, but I think it's still sitting there. It's not in my. Because my producer didn't bring his laptop, it caused chaos. I didn't bring my throat lozenges. I have nothing to drink. I'm probably just happy to be here today. 16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Cousins drops back. He fires over the middle. He's got a man, and he's been brought down well short of the first down. That is number 12 for North Marion. Who do you got as number 12? I don't even have a number 12.
Number 12, I don't have a number 12 either.
All right. That's not easy to call the numbers right when you don't know who they are.
Yep. Well, that's high school football for you, Marion County. Actually, here we go on this roster. Trent Hoffman.
All right, Trent
We've
Hoffman.
got like 3 rosters here.
Well, again,
we're having a shuffle back and forth. Which one's the right one? Some of them have right information. Some of them don't.
How hard is it to update Max Preps? I know because I've done it. You know what it is? It's just a matter of want to.
It's not a very hard thing.
Coaches don't want to.
No.
That's the bottom line. All right, but here we are. After the end of 1, there's no score. And I do want to thank our sponsors. That's Penn Flooring. Again, for all of your flooring needs, if you're big time like John Ivory, who's probably spent about $2.3 million on his house in the last 2 years in remodels and free work from local electricians. You're the only person I know who calls an electrician to change an outlet. You did that, didn't you?
No. He created an outlet for me. There's a difference.
You know when you told the story last year, you said he installed it.
Yeah.
One of his guys changed it is what it's fine. I know the truth. I'm going to make a phone call and investigate this.
I'm afraid to electrocute myself.
4th and 5. That's probably not a bad idea. See, God will smite you. 2 wideouts each way. 1 running back, Cousins in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's under all kinds of pressure. He breaks the pocket, and he's going to be well short. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Wolfpack defense holds.
Trey Stokes is the guy that went in there. He cleaned it up, made the tackle to stop him on the 4th down try. But you got to give the credit to the defensive line, in particular the defensive end. Our guy, number 11, Leonard Hill, he's the one that got in there, really disrupted the play, flushed the quarterback out of the pocket. Trey Stokes on the big tackle there. I tell you, Leonard Hill, he has not left the field.
Why would he? He's getting serious looks from Power 5 schools. Serious looks.
Yeah.
And you and I know the recruiting pretty well. We know the real ones.
Yep.
And we know the fake ones.
He's a real one.
He's a real one. All right, so Savino's going to come out. He's going to have 2 wide receivers to the bottom in that 1 tight end set. Ooh, and that's going to be a false start or some kind of a whistle, or maybe they never started play. But offsides on someone.
Yeah,
and that's probably best because that play was blown up.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have lost 5 yards anyway. It's 1st and 15 instead of 2nd and 15.
If I'm North Marion, you can't. It was a dead ball foul.
Correct.
If not, I would have declined that. Number 7, Andrew Zock for North Marion. He was the guy that came back. That was a heck of a play by him getting back there.
I don't think he was touched.
No.
It'll be 1st and 15. Ball sits right at the, we'll call it the 20-yard line. Savino's going to hand it off again. They're going to head over the right side. And, boy, Scott is popped after maybe no gain.
Jay-Z.
Boy, TJ loves to hit.
Oh, he hit him hard.
He
got nowhere.
He hasn't grown an inch since the 8th grade.
No, but
he's got his dad by a good 4 inches. I'm not kidding.
His dad's gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
At halftime.
By the way, he would too. He wouldn't care. You're like, you wanted to go?
Well,
we're going. I like him.
His dad's a Philly guy.
I know.
Philly people, they're animals.
And we get along. And he wouldn't be up. He wouldn't be afterwards. He would be like, we're cool. I'm like, you just beat the crap out of me.
And then he's best friends with the
Correct.
Yeah.
He would be best friends while he was killing me. 2 tight ends, 1 running back. Savino's going to drop back. He looks to the right side. He's got Hill. And if Hill comes back for that ball, it's an easy catch. But instead, he kind of lagged that and let the ball come to him instead of him going to the ball.
Great job by Savino there. I mean, he did not get much protection. He eluded getting flushed out of the pocket there.
That should have been a catch. You got to go get that ball. You're a wide receiver for a national champion.
Yeah, but
don't act like you don't go back to that ball.
Give credit to the safety, number 5, Jeremiah Mack. That was a nice play. He was trailing. He was trailing.
And
Leonard Hill the entire time.
If Leonard Hill goes to the ball, it's an easy catch. It's a 14-yard gain, and we're looking at 3rd and half a yard. All right, 2 tight end sets, 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Leonard Hill is that tight end set up on the right side. Scott's the running back. Savino looks to the left, fires into the flats. He's got Hill on a crossing route, who picks up maybe 10, and that'll be a flag on the play. I think that's a face mask. But it's going to be on TJ because he's like, there's no way it could have been.
But I do know this back judge, Jerry, he's a good referee.
Face mask. He's going to the face mask.
Jerry's a good ref, and if he's saying there's a face mask, there was a face mask.
It kind of looked like he got him by the side, John, because his hand, TJ starts high and drags all the way down.
Yeah, and that was, I tell you, it was a very simple play. I mean, Coach, great recognition by Coach Rem there. You got 3rd and long. They were pretty much kind of in quarters there.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they were in.
Quarters, cover 4 there. Everybody was dropping. He sent his 2 receivers that left deep, and all he did was go a little tight end drag underneath. He was wide open. So
and by the way, that's the defense I would have called in 3rd and 15 with that ball placement. Yeah. Don't get beat deep. Let him catch that 5 yards and tackle. And by the way, we haven't said this. For early in the season, both teams are tackling extremely well. Wait a second. What's the call? What is this? It's not a dead ball?
So
it was roughing the passer?
No, I was saying 1st down.
There's no automatic first downs in high school football.
Well, he's saying it's a 1st down now.
You know that, right? Am I wrong on that?
I want to say, no, you're right. Yeah, there's no.
Again, Ricky Howard, ladies and gentlemen. So now,
there's going to be a lot of contradicting rules tonight.
So they're going to go I formation, 1 tight end, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers in the I formation. Savino's going to send his man in motion, and he's going to give it to the deep man Scott, who's hit immediately, loses 2. And I'll tell you what, TJ is killing. He's killing the right guard for Westport.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed with TJ tonight. I really am.
Andrew Zock was also there. He blew up the whole right side of that Wolfpack offensive line.
Let's see what Coach Rem dials up here. I mean, I tell you, he has not gotten out of this two tight ends.
You know what? There's a couple of plays that Steve loves to run. One of them's the wheel route or the running back flare route, whatever you want to call it. Look for that. Let's see if they put Leonard Hill in that running back position and run him out to the flats and open space. Or maybe even Jyleek Barnes. I formation, one tight end, two wide receivers, play action pass. Savino's going deep. He's got a man. Can he hit him? Yeah! Barnes drops it right at the North Marion 25. Perfect throw. Perfect throw. Flag on the play on the far side. But that should have been 6, John.
Yep. Play action pass. He had Jyleek Barnes, Buster Barnes going down the middle of the field on the post. And, beautifully paced ball there by Savino.
Oh, he's looked good tonight. Let's say that.
And I tell you, Buster had about 3 yards on the DB.
Ooh.
He had him burnt. Had about 3 yards. He catches that, it's a touchdown.
Gavin threw him open.
What,
sideline infraction against the Colts. That should just be a warning if that's their first. I'll see who the side judge is. There's one of those guys, he'll call a sideline infraction if you talk to him. I'm serious. Like if you ask him a question, he'll call a sideline infraction.
He gets his feelings hurt.
2 wide out each way, one running back.
Now we're out of the 2 tight end set.
They do have one tight end. He's set up to the right side. Savino drops back. He's under pressure, steps up in the pocket. He's looking deep, and now he's going to be met. There was no one to throw to. He wanted Strickland, it looked like, to go deeper. Oh, no, that's Trey Stokes. To go deeper, and there was just a miscommunication. Nobody was open.
You know what, though? Credit there to Gavin Savino. He didn't force anything. You got 3rd and long. He very could have easily said, all right, I'm going to take a chance here, try to get the first down. Instead, he just took the sack instead of risking what could have been an interception there. Credit to number 44 for North Marion, Arquise Heath on the tackle for the quarterback sack there.
So Barnes is going to come in to punt. Boy, he's got to feel terrible after that drop ball. Low, wide left kick, snap. Buster gets it over. Some kid got pancaked by TJ at the 44-yard line. Oh, it was Leonard Hill.
No.
Is that number 8?
Number 8. Devin Smith.
Yeah, that's.
And he's coming down with his kind of his head down here.
He should, because TJ pancaked him. His feet went up in the air.
I tell you. It
is fun to watch.
Watching this game tonight, TJ might be the toughest player in Marion County. I'm going to throw that out there right now.
Can I think about it? It's early.
He's that guy.
It's 9 minutes left in the second quarter of the first game we've broadcast, and John's throwing out hyperbole.
I want to see TJ at running back. I want to see him run the ball.
He's so slow.
It don't matter.
There's a run by the Colts. That'll be a gain of maybe 1 as he heads over the left side. And TJ's I need to think about that.
Listen, TJ is the guy that someone from the opposing team is going to want to fight him by the third.
That's a fact. That's different. Have you seen? Oh gosh, what's his name? From Vanguard. Hold on, he was in the notes today. And he is tough as nails. Oh, I can't remember his name. It's not a Sanko, but is another one. Sanko, the cornerback.
Emil Sanko?
Yeah, that kid's tough. Another drop ball, that one by Walton, who could have maybe gotten a yard. That'll set up 3rd and 9. Sanko's tough. That dude's tough. And he's fast, and he's a legit. He's the best cornerback in the county.
Who's that?
Sanko.
Oh, corner. I think you said quarterback.
Corner. I'm sorry, corner. If I did, it's cornerback.
Well, I've heard that Sanko has like some big time SEC offers, like LSU, but is he going to qualify?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's an absolute athlete. 2 wideouts each way.
He's an amazing player.
False start against North Marion on that. Oh no, they're going to call timeout, but there was a flag. Maybe they gave him the timeout right before the delay of game. 8:20 left to go in this first half. No score. An entertaining game, though, John, for no score.
Well, it hasn't been a boring game, to say the least.
Yeah.
Westport, they've been moving the ball. They just haven't been able to capitalize when they get downfield. North Marion's defense has come up big with some plays. TJ's been exciting to watch on defense for North Marion. North Marion offense, they've moved it a little bit, not as good as Westport. I tell you, I am a little bit impressed with the quarterback Cousins. Unfortunately, his O-line isn't giving him much protection at all, and I'm still confused why North Marion is not still keeping guys back to help with that protection.
Absolutely. They're not keeping a running back in. They're not going to an extra tight end, but give some credit to Adrian Nunn, the defensive coordinator for this Wolfpack team. He's dialed up some kind of fun blitzes. He has sent corners. He's brought the linebackers.
He's doing
some
I thought
stuff.
Adrian Nunn was the OC.
I thought he was the DC, but
I want to say Daryl Collins is the DC.
I think you're right because you're right.
Daryl Collins is
you're
DC.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. There's no way you could put a Nunn on defense.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a guy that was quarterback. By the way, defensive line coach Devontae Jest for Westport.
Yeah, that's right.
Great, one of the best defensive linemen of all time, I think. And Marion, he was an amazing play, undersized.
You keep throwing out these things. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 8 for North Marion. Cousins drops back. There's a pre-snap penalty. That's going to be a false start on North Marion. Looked like the left tackle just decided to get back in his stance because he didn't want to get burned out there all by himself.
Westport brought 7 there. 7. And they're still blocking with 5.
That means they're having more people, right? Is 7 greater than 5?
But here's what's interesting too is Westport is trusting the DBs. They're telling the DBs, you know what? We're going to put you guys on an island. We want you to cover these guys one-on-one. We just want to get after this quarterback, and that's what they're doing, and it's working.
Yeah, Jyleek Barnes is that safety, and he's playing that
center field.
That center field position.
Yeah.
So Cousins is going to come to the line with 8:08 left to go here in the second quarter.
Look at this. They're not even covering the slot guy.
2 wideouts each way. It's TJ.
Blitzing.
He can't catch. Running back to Cousins' right. He's going to drop back. He looks to the right. He's under all kinds of pressure. He's hitting the backfield, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard, but Trey Stokes rode that pony.
Linebacker Trey Stokes. No, that wasn't Trey Stokes. That was
it was 22.
28.
22.
I'm seeing 28.
Well, between the two of them,
Keon, Calhoun. I think the both of them got in there. Quite honestly.
Fair enough.
They both got in.
Fair enough. But I thought I got to ride that pony in there. I was pretty happy with that. It'll be 4th and 11, no matter who got the tackle. It wasn't quite a sack.
And they brought 6.
Yep. So Buster's going to be deep. He's going to stand at his own 35-yard line. Stopford is the punter. They need to move kind of quickly. 4th and 11. Clock is running. High snap. He's under all kinds of pressure. He's going to roll out. He's got room. He's right at the first down marker and more. He's over midfield. Tackle and is brought down at the Westport 35-yard line. The bad snap worked to the Colts' benefit, and Stopford showed some athleticism.
Was that a planned fake? I mean,
no,
it was a high snap, and then the high snap naturally took him to the left, and then when he got it and he gathered himself, he saw a wide open field. He said, "Heck, I'm going to take off with it," and he was a fast little sucker. Number 12 was that number 12. That was the mystery player from before.
Yeah, I thought it was Stopford.
Trent Hoffman.
Maybe it was Hoffman.
Trent Hoffman, number 12. And, I mean, gosh, how long of that was 30, 20. That was.
I really can't see his numbers.
That was about a 37-yard run there.
Was legitimate. Best play from scrimmage the Colts have had all night. 3 wideouts to the bottom. They're going to run it to the running back over the left side. He's got nothing. Absolutely stuffed there by that right side of that Westport defense. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, by the way, you want to change your camera?
I guess. Yeah. Sure.
But I kind of see this as a game of chess tonight between the coaching staffs. And to be honest with you, Westport is out coaching North Marion right now. It took North Marion a while to adjust to the double tight on defense.
I'm going to tell Greg you said that.
But even on offense, they're not adjusting to the 6- and 7-man rushes that they're bringing here tonight.
Fair enough. 3 wideouts to the bottom, 1 to the top. Cousins drops back. He looks to his left, fires into the flats. He's got Walton, who's ridden out of bounds, but not before he gets right at the first down marker. Let's see where they spot that, John. Nice pitch and catch there.
Yeah, but, these defensive ends for Westport are wreaking some havoc back there. Leonard Hill, number 11, and number 7, Tay Floyd. They both got back there. They've been getting back there all night. Thankfully, it was a little short, little 5-yard stop pass to the wide receiver. If that route was any longer, it's a sack. Once again, they actually did keep back the running back for an extra blocker to block 6, but shoot, they still can't stop 6-on-6. It seems like they got to hold about 7 back to block.
Absolutely, and we're at the water break, and that'll give me a chance to pay some bills. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, the source. Maybe. There we go.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 men in a truck.
WOCA.
Ocala.
Welcome back to Westport High School. What's the mascot's name, John? The guy who's wearing the suit. Does he have a name? He's in the stands. Kids love mascots. I'm anti-clown, but I like mascots.
I didn't even know Westport had a
I didn't either.
for the games.
So they're going to be in shotgun formation. Cousins hands it off, and it's taken over the left side.
And that's number 11, Leonard Hill, on the tackle for Westport.
No gain, maybe a loss of one. Now you got a decision here, don't you? Not really. Ball sits at the 29. It's going to be 4th and 5. 5:40 left to go here in the half.
I highly doubt they have a field goal kicker that can kick a 46-yard field goal. That's rare in high school.
Did you do that math in your head?
Yes.
It's like you count or something for a living.
Pretty close to it.
You're a good man. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick,
Thank you,
our
Mike
producer.
Our producer.
I'm Galen Unal with John Ivory, and now you're going to hear me drink. And it's not bourbon, unfortunately.
I need one of those.
Do you like bourbon?
I'm more of a Canadian whiskey guy.
Oh, all right. So you like Crown Royal.
Yeah.
All right.
Or actually, VO's my favorite.
That's not terrible. All right, 4th and 5 and another whistle by Ricky and his crew. I've really gotten into bourbon. You know, you can lose your mind on bourbon, like cost-wise.
I like VO because, in my opinion, it's not much lower quality than Crown. It's a poor man's Crown, is what it is.
Yeah, but
it's not as expensive as Crown. It's a little bit more expensive than Canadian Club, but not as crappy as Canadian Club. It's right there in the middle.
I know what you do for a living.
It's like buying mid-grade gasoline.
So Crown Royal is.
And I think something just happened.
I do too.
Are we good now?
Muted or something? Something happened.
I think our microphones went out there for a moment.
Another false start. This time again on North Marion, and so instead of 4th and 10, it'll be 4th and 15. There it goes. Maybe
I can't hear really.
I can hear you great.
You can.
Yeah. But again, it's 5 minutes left to go here in the half. Now they're going to call that offsides on Westport, so it'll be
canceled out the last penalty, so they're back to where they were.
4th and 5.
But here's what I don't understand: they were on the 29, but now they're on the 30.
Yeah,
They were on the 29. Last penalty -5 should have brought them to 34. Now you get a +5, but they're on the 30. Ricky Howard, not very good at math.
Marion County trained. All right, 2 wideouts each way for Cousins as they head from our left to our right. Running back sets up to his right. He's going to drop back. He looks over to the right side. He's got a man, but he looks like a miscommunication. He was wide open on the slant. I think he thought he was going to throw an out. That'll be a turnover on downs.
I'm not sure what happened there. Like you said, miscommunication there. There's no way he was that far off target.
I've really got to go back to this. So you're going to buy VO, not because it tastes better than Crown, but because it's $2 cheaper.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Like, I think it while it's not as good as Crown, it gets the job done. It's good enough to
I know what you do.
To tolerate.
I'm going to have to call Raymond James. I mean, they own football stadiums. They need to pay you more. So you can pay the $2 for Crown Royal. Toss sweep to the right. Scott's going to have it to the right side. Breaks a tackle, cuts it back, picks up 4, and I thought it was going to be a loss of 2.
Yeah, nice cut there by number 4, Sean Scott. So, yeah, like you said, he was in the backfield for a loss, and then he took that one-step cut upfield. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he does a nice job of being a north-south runner.
Sure.
Finding that hole.
Sure.
And a lot of times coaches want to see that more than anything. So.
Absolutely. All right, I formation, 2 tight end set, 1 run wide receiver. He's going to give it to Scott, the deep man, who's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to set up a long 3rd and 5. And this is a down and a distance that the Westport has struggled with.
But, hey, the good thing is they're set up right now where they're kind of towards our side of the field. So if they run another one of those flood passes to the right, they're running to the wide side of the field. And that may be what they dial up here because that's what's been working tonight when they throw the ball.
Clock is rolling here, and I think Westport's okay with this score. 6 quarters of play, they still haven't scored a touchdown or any points. 2 tight ends, 2 running backs. Gavin looks, he's got 1 man out there on the flats, and it's Buster who drops another one. Buster's got to make that catch, and it's an easy 15-yard gain.
Yep.
Great throw there by Savino.
Nice throw by Savino.
That's a catchable ball.
That's the second drop pass here by Buster Barnes tonight. You know what? Maybe I'm just bad luck because it seems like whenever I come to games, it seems like he drops a lot of balls.
You mean the one like he had a touchdown and then they had to win it in overtime?
Yeah, against Force. Yeah,
against
Force.
That one.
But
Buster's got that. He's got the drops.
I tell you though, great route by Buster. Great route by Buster. He was
bad snap. He gets it off. Ugly looking kick. Gets barely over midfield. And it's going to be out of bounds right there on the North Marion side of the 50 at the 48.
Listen, I
TJ
just
is
want to
lighting
point
people
out
up.
TJ and number 8, Devin Smith, who Devin got laid out by TJ the first time. Devin kind of got a little bit of the best of him there. He's trying to get some payback. And TJ is, but TJ's instigating. I see it. He's instigating.
One came off hobbling and took off his helmet. The other one was jumping up and down. And I'll let you know, and again, that's another one of those films that you put in for the toughest man in Marion County. Maybe at the end of the year, we should have the John Ivory Awards. We can call them the Ivories.
Yeah, the Ivories, like the Herbie Awards. What
Absolutely.
Does?
Yeah, the Ivories. 2 wideouts. Cousins fires over to the flats. He's got a man open for a 6-yard gain just over the 50-yard line into Westport territory. 3:19 and counting.
Nice play there by.
And they have to. By the way, if we're going to do the Ivories, they have to be weird, like toughest man.
Toughest man.
Worst ref crew.
Worst ref.
We're watching it. There's a one that's a second place. And apparently
I think
you
we
talked
should
to
have
him.
2 different ref awards because I feel like I need to get my boy LaRocco.
Well, he gets the flair.
Yeah, he gets the flair.
He's not as flary by the way, I'm in his head. We were at a game last year, and I'm like, LaRocco! And he wouldn't look at me. And it's pregame, right? Yeah. And this is in COVID at the Vanguard Gym. You could hear me. LaRocco! And he's just smiling. And then there'll be a carry on second down by the running back, Cave. He'll be brought down after a 2-yard gain, 2:37.
Trey Stokes, nice stop there to stop him the force, a 3rd and short. So almost a 4th down. But go ahead with your LaRocco story.
There's an obvious and one. Aaron James gets thrown into the bleachers, and he goes to do all his arms and his 3-step and one.
Yeah.
And he just went like with the two finger tap. I was like, man, I'm in his head. LaRocco! He couldn't help smiling, and my son's like, don't do that. 3 wideouts to the bottom, 1 to the top. Cousins looks to the top, pump fakes, fires, hit as he throws, and it's picked off by Westport. It'll be 1st and 10 Westport at their own 30-yard line. Big play there by the defense.
Credit number 7, Tay Floyd, the defensive end for Westport. Him and Leonard Hill have been forces off that edge, but he came in there, Floyd, and crushed the quarterback, which is ultimately what forced the interception. So
I don't know who picked it. I don't know who called it.
I don't know who called it, but that interception was not because of a bad throw. It was because of bad blocking by the offensive line. But once again, they're bringing 6 or 7 every time and only keeping 5 or 6 to block. When is North Marion going to finally adjust to this blitz package that Daryl Collins has dialed up tonight?
Absolutely. Nate Rocker, if you're scoring at home with a pick. 2 minutes left in the game. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back. Savino looks to the right. It's got a man open in the flats. That's Barnes. He catches it. He gets over the 40. Tries to pick up a block. Leonard Hill helped him out. And that'll be a personal foul against the Colts. Yeah. Block in the back defensively.
I don't necessarily agree with the call. I know why I know why the referee threw the flag there, because if he would have hit him in the back, it would have been a block in the back.
You don't think he hit him?
He tried to hit him in the back, but he didn't. And here's the thing.
Tommy Howard.
It had zero bearing on the play.
Tommy Harward, the second,
Yeah.
is getting the penalty.
It had zero bearing on the play, though.
Oh, they're going to call it against Westport.
Yeah.
Oh!
It was blocking the back on Leonard Hill.
Oh, I thought, okay, my bad.
Yeah,
I missed it. Sorry.
It was a very simple stop pass, hitch route, 5-yard hitch to Barnes. Buster, nice yards after catch. Would have been about a 15-yard gain. Yeah, but Leonard Hill came from the backside and attempted to make a blocked him in the back, but quite honestly, he was already on the sideline, had zero bearing on the play. He didn't really even hit him.
It'll be 1st and 7.
He didn't even connect on the block in the back.
1st and 7, 1:54 left to go. Savino drops back. He looks to the right, fires, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds. Good thing, too. Great coverage there. Buster Barnes was locked up. Can't tell the number there.
Yeah, I'm trying to look,
for
too.
North Marion. Great coverage.
It's not 5, because 5 is the safety.
Just not sure. Again, good coverage.
We just can't see these numbers because they're
the light reflects on it pretty poorly. Thank you.
It looks like it might be
Jermaine Jackson.
Jermaine Jackson, number 9, is it?
Jermaine.
Nice.
He was one of the Jackson 5.
There you go. Our producer has the binoculars. No, you can be that
You're
guy.
our spotter.
Yeah,
Come
you're
on.
our spotter here.
Earn your keep over there. 1:47 left to go here in the
Never mind,
first
you
half.
got us waters.
Yeah. One of them is much more important than the other. Getting it right isn't. My voice is. 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver to each side. And there's going to be another false start on Leonard Hill.
So what should have been first down at midfield on the 50, they now have about 2nd and 20 from the 20-yard line?
It should be
I'm sorry.
17. But let's see what the math of Ricky Howard
I'm sorry,
does.
2nd and
17. They already spotted it.
So it's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 2nd and 12.
2nd
From the
and 12
27.
from the 27.
Let's go with that.
But they should have been first down on the 50.
We've had 2 seconds, I think, run off the clock in 4 plays. 2 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom, 1 tight end. He's up to the right side. Savino checks it. He calls. He's going to roll out. He's got some room to run, but he's pulled down from behind by number 7.
Andrew Zock.
And that'll be a loss of 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a long 20. We'll call it 20. Sure, I'll take Chick-fil-A. It's one of my golden rules, John. You don't ever turn down sex.
Thank you.
And you never turn down Chick-fil-A.
Hey,
and by the way, you have boys. Feel free to share that
And I'm
knowledge.
also getting a bag of Doritos just for you.
Oh, my God. No Doritos. No Doritos.
Yes, Doritos.
No Doritos.
Last year.
Oh, it was brutal.
Last year, I started eating a bag of Doritos while I was on the air, and Galen wanted to flip his
I'd let you get away with a lot of stuff. You got us almost kicked off the air permanently last year with your troll-like statements. The least you can do is not eat Doritos. But I will say this. The booster club of Westport's been pretty fabulous.
Oh, they take care of us for sure.
And they do a great job. We both played in the golf tournament, had a lot of fun.
Dante Culpepper was there.
Absolutely. It was right behind me. I never saw him.
Hey, well, here's what's pretty cool. Vanguard's golf tournament was the same day.
Yeah.
And Dante was at Westport's golf tournament.
One of them, Dante is very thankful for a couple of human beings. Steve Rim's at the top of that list.
Yeah.
Again, I've said it before.
And if Coach Cass wasn't out of town, he probably would have been there too.
Oh, absolutely, he would have. Then the crap talking would have really begun.
Yeah.
But the winning score was cheaters. We'll just say that. They cheated. There's no way.
Oh, it was.
They shot 22 on 20.
No, it was like 24,
it was
25
ridiculous.
under.
But
they had some ridiculous mulligan rules too, and
we got water.
Thank you. I'll take one more.
All right, Gavin's going to roll out. He's under all kinds of pressure. He's going to throw it, and it's caught, but out of bounds, and that'll set up a 4th and a long way. Now, this is a problem, John. I know we've been goofing off a little bit about your escapades on the golf course because you're a cheater. But 1:03 left to go, and North Marion's going to get fabulous field position here. And they've put a ton of pressure on the punt team so far.
I'll be honest, I don't really understand that play call. I mean,
Well, it got blown up.
Yeah, but
Tommy Harvard's going to stand at his own 50. He's going to have good field position.
They rolled him to the left. Why not to the boundary?
I think he was forced that way because I thought the right tackle just completely whiffed.
Well, then I'm wrong. Okay.
Buster's the punter. Waiting for the snap. Good snap. Kick is up. They got after him. But the ball's going to bounce at the Westport 40 and roll out of bounds at the 42. And that'll set up great field position. So guess where that is? That's exactly where the penalty was that moved Westport all the way back. Where that ball went out of bounds is where they should have had 1st and 10.
Not a very far punt at all. I tell you, that's really one of the most problematic things I see in high school football.
But when has it ever been good?
Well, I'll tell you right now. Say what you want about the guy, but the guy who always had good special teams, regardless of what school he was at, even when they were bad, Philip Yancey. Philip Yancey always had a good kicking game.
That's
always.
True. And you know who always has a bad one? Farmer.
Yes, 100%.
And by the way, Forest High School's had some great kickers.
Oh, yeah.
The Judd Davises.
But I'm not even talking about the skill of the kicker or the punter. I'm talking about how good the blocking is.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
The execution
Absolutely.
of it. Because at the end of the day, when you give that punter good blocking, like Buster had no blocking
None.
when he was punting that ball. None. Okay? You give even a below-average guy time to punt the ball, he's going to get you some decent yardage on that punt.
Sure.
Okay? It doesn't matter how good he is. You don't give him good blocking, it's not going to be a good punt. Philip Yancey, and I coach with Philip Yancey a little bit. And, I mean, he would start the beginning of every practice while everybody was fresh doing special teams.
I'm doing some things.
And he would spend 30 minutes a day doing
Jim Simmons had great kickers. Started with a guy named Larry Waldron, who went on to play at Florida State and Miami. Then Rick Tootin, right?
Yeah.
Phenomenal kicker, kicked in the
All-Pro.
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty good. And that gas station was phenomenal right there on the boulevard. You don't remember Tootin Golf, do you?
No, I don't, no.
It's gone now. That was a throw to the outside flats. He breaks a tackle, but is finally brought down. Nice play there. Nice catch and run by Harward from Cousins.
Trent Hoffman,
and that
number 12.
there's no timeouts left for either team, and the clock runs.
Is running 40
seconds.
And we still have a 0-0 tie. We haven't mentioned the score because it's a 0-0 tie right now.
Todd Duffy's in that Forest mix as well. Another throw, same route, this time to Walton. But he's brought down out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 27 seconds left. I'm just going through my Rolodex of great kickers. I know them all.
Well, then you got, of course, Judd Davis.
Judd Davis?
His son.
Yeah, his son who's at Cornell.
I thought he was at Dartmouth.
Dartmouth, I'm sorry, another Ivy League school. I haven't seen Judd in a while. I was really good friends with his brother in high school, Gavin. And it was funny. Until Judd started kicking for the Florida Gators, he hated him. It was fun.
There's a guy.
3rd and short.
Last year, Denellen, lineman back. That kid could kick.
Yeah, that's right. We did that game.
And I
you're
think
right.
he's playing college baseball somewhere now.
You told me that. Third base. And there's a pump fake. Cousins fires for the end zone, and it is going to be incomplete. It'll be 4th down and a yard with 22 seconds left. All of a sudden, this game has come to a complete halt.
Yeah, and nice coverage there by number 14 for Westport, Caden Brown. They tried going deep to their big man, North Marion, number 2, Walton, and they just overthrew him, but he didn't even have him beat. Even if he was on the money with the ball, I'm not sure if it gets caught because of the coverage. So we got 4th and 1 coming up here.
Yeah, and when you look back at, the good Vanguard teams, when they went to the state, they had Tommy Wood for all those years. He missed a big kick in the state championship, but he was really good.
Steve Bowen, who played quarterback and kicker, right?
That's correct. You remember, you know who was a great underrated punter?
Oh, man.
Leonard Hill just gave
Floyd
gave him a 1st down. It was 4th and short, and he jumped by about a country mile.
And that gives North Marion a 1st down on the
free set of downs with 22 seconds left. But Tyrone Young, believe it or not, could punt the heck out of the ball. Just absolutely punish a football.
Listen, I've been told by good sources at who were part of those great Forest teams.
I saw
70s,
Tyrone play
They
in high
said
school.
that the Tyrone Young teams were more talented than those 74
Yeah, oh,
state
absolutely.
championship
Oh,
teams.
there's no doubt.
Just something happened where they did some stupid things to lose in the playoffs. And I think one of them, Tyrone Young, actually got hurt, and that's
Correct.
why.
You want to know who will tell you that? Jim Simmons, who was head coach of those or the assistant coach on both of those teams. He will tell you that.
I tell you
Jim
this.
Simmons, if you ever get to talk to him,
Yeah.
he's like Cass, man. He'll throw some stuff out at you, and he's an absolute joy.
I tell you that was a nice little catch and run there by number 12 Trent Hoffman. He's a scrappy player. This kid. He's the guy that did get the bad
Correct. Yeah.
snap on the punt.
I
and
hope
ran
that's
it
the
for-
right name. I hope we're giving him credit. 'Cause
Well,
he's having a whale of a football game.
Yeah, he's having a good game. He's a good player. He's scrappy. You know, he's not the biggest guy. He's not the most athletic looking, but
Gets
he
it
can
done.
run. He could run. He's going to make you miss, and he plays hard. You could tell he's running his hardest. There's nothing lazy about him. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. I
Nothing
agree with
lazy
that.
about him.
I agree with that. So here we are. We're 1st and 10.
Maybe that's an award. The
non-lazy
award.
That's a good Ivory. 1st and 10 from the 15. 12 seconds left as the ball is sitting pretty nicely there. Low snap. That ball's bobbled in the backfield and they fall on it. It'll be a loss of, what are we going to call that, 7, John? If there's I'm out. I've had it. That's where, we're going to have one of the awards is going to be called Dorito.
The Dorito award.
Who's the Dorito? The most annoying player. Right? That's who it'll be. And then, don't you have to have a troll? Doesn't John Ivory have to give a troll, game respects game and all that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you'll have to
award.
find who the troll is.
Ooh, man.
I know who it is.
I think there's some personality.
Because it's going to be with coaching staff.
I think
there's no chips eating on the radio broadcast.
I think there's some personalities over at Trinity Catholic that could get that one.
Or Dunellen. No, thank you. Or Dunellen. Dunellen's got some trolls. But you're right. I got to really look at the staff because Chewy is a heck of a troll. I got to think about it. There's some football players. There's some actual players that are trolls.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
But you'd have to go with the coaching staff. That's interesting. Yeah, because Trinity's got like 2 or 3 guys that just get after it.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
But they don't. But at least they don't hide their recruiting anymore. 12.2 left to go. 2 wideouts each way. Cousins got 1 running back next to him, and that's Cave. It's 2nd down and a long 15, but another false start against North Marion. Boy, this last minute is taking like an hour and a half,
It's
John.
brutal. It's brutal. That's number 67 on the false start. Tykeem Wheeler, the right tackle for North Marion. So what should have been a 22-yard or 20-yard attempt for a touchdown, now they've got about 26 yards to go. So,
And more important, the clock. It's not the down and distance as much as it is the clock. They have 3 plays.
I'd say 2 plays in high school. 12 seconds left.
If they throw to the end zone.
Yeah.
And you can't. You got to get out of bounds.
You got to get out of bounds. Cause
You will not get to the line.
They don't have any timeouts left, right?
Right. You won't get to the line. Another false start. Jeez. Cotney's all fired up. Cotney. Some of us have to go home. Let him play.
I tell you, though, Cousins, the quarterback, he is fired up right now. He is yelling at his O-line.
The ball was sitting.
Yeah,
they were inside the 20-yard line.
He is pissed.
That was the first possession inside either team's
It should
20.
be interesting, though, to see what the Wolfpack does here on defense.
Quarters.
You've got them on the 31-yard line. They've got
Force everything inside.
Yeah, they've got 10 seconds. Do they continue to bring 6, or are they going to go and prevent here?
Now you run quarters here with a 4-man front. Let the linebackers drop into coverage. Let him catch anything underneath and over the middle. Guard the sideline, force him to the middle. Cousins drop backs. He looks to the right, fires, but he's brought down from behind, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty for a face mask. And the clock didn't run. Oh, it did. It's 5.4. There are 3 flags there just to make sure.
I tell you, when you got guys coming off the edge like Floyd and Leonard Hill, you don't even need to bring more than 4. So This is
well, Cousins had a guy wide open right at around the 10-yard line, right at the 10-yard line marker, and just didn't let it go. He pump faked. If he throws that ball, it's an easy completion.
I'll be honest, I didn't really see a face mask from up here.
Yeah.
It could have been one of those things where the finger just grazed the face mask.
It's a face mask.
But
by definition.
But you know what? Face mask or no face mask, he's getting sacked. North Marion doesn't deserve that penalty. They don't. They didn't block the guy. He just came screaming in there and
well, then do a better job.
Face mask or no face mask.
Oh, they're going to kick it.
They're sacking him. They're going
to
for
kick
a field
it.
goal here.
5.4 seconds left. It's second down at 15.
37
I
yarder.
think this is Justin Stopford. I think the ball's sitting at the 20. Yeah, we'll call it a 37-yarder. Thought it was sitting at the 25, but that line's a little off. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Good snap. And a good hold, and the kick is up, and it's about 4 yards short, and that'll be the end of the half, John.
No good.
So we're going to step aside.
0-0 tie.
I have loaded one commercial into this, and so you're going to hear that one more time. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA.
WOCA.
Ocala.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 men in a truck.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, what happened? Welcome back to high school football right here on WOCA The Source. I'm Galen Unold, joined with my man, the troll, John Ivory, who is the creator, author, and founder of the Ivory Awards. He's going to fund it as well because we have no money. All right, so I promised this about an hour and a half ago, and I'll let you guys see the North Marion band. So Greg Carr, we're at a church fundraiser 7-on-7 tournament. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I am coaching a team of 11 and 12-year-olds. All right? My oldest son is on it. My youngest son is on it. They're both about the same height. Right? My oldest is 11 and my youngest is 8. And so we're playing in the kids section, and then Greg Carr's team is playing in the adult section.
Yeah.
And we meet in the championship. Now, me, because I wanted to win, I went out and recruited some dudes. And so I played my 2 sons with 3 other adults. We were winning. We were up by, it was like 21-7. And so Greg decided, all right, fine. He just didn't cover my kids, right? And he double covered everyone else and blitzed the quarterback. So the quarterback dumps it off to my son, Tristan. Great hands, catches it.
How old is Tristan at the
8.
time? 8.
He's
okay.
8. He turns and runs, and Greg knocks it out of his hands and rips it out. Takes it the other way for a touchdown.
That's allowed in 7-on-7?
It was 5-on-5.
Oh.
And I said, dude, you could have just, tackled him. It was a 4-yard gain. He goes, nah, dog, I'm out here to win. I said, okay. I said, all right. And so next play, I said, Tristan, go as deep as you can. Caleb, I want you to run a crossing route. So Caleb runs a crossing route, catches it, and just runs out of bounds. right? And I just wanted to make sure they weren't going to cover Tristan.
Yeah.
So next play, Tristan's wide open in the end zone. He catches it, right? Greg's mad as heck now. So we couldn't cover anybody, right, with an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
And so Greg matches up on my 8-year-old son and just runs this post route and just eats him up and spikes it. It's like, yeah! I'm like, oh my gosh. Greg Carr. And he's training for he was still playing, I think, in the Arena League. And I'm like, all right, that's it. All right, let's just go have fun. And anyway, that's my Greg Carr story. So he's competitive as hell.
Listen, I got a couple of Greg Carr stories.
All right, I'm going to eat my sandwich while you take story time.
Yep. So, Greg Carr, when he was at North Marion, believe it or not, back then, North Marion was so loaded, Greg Carr didn't play varsity football until his junior year.
Best coaching staff in the county.
The Craig Damon days.
And he's a guy that we could tell the FHSA story.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, stand-up guy.
He's the only guy at the FHSA, as far as I'm concerned, that I can really respect. I mean, when we had our issues, Craig Damon came and actually sat down with me, and we talked and hashed things out. And the way he heard me out and respected me, and I respected him right back, I got all the respect in the world for that guy. Quite honestly, if not for him, I don't know where the FHSA would be.
That is a fair point. But he took over from a program that was already on the rise. And Craig Damon, you felt
they were terrible
on Monday.
When he took them over, they were terrible.
Oh, that's right. Who coached after Denny?
I don't know, but whoever coached.
Oh, you're right. There was that gap where they were terrible.
Late 90s, they were terrible.
Right. You're right.
And then he came in, and almost instantly, immediately, they were a new program. I mean, I remember actually. So my freshman year at Bellevue, Craig Damon wasn't the head coach yet. This is in 1999. He's not the head coach yet. We smoked them 63-0. My sophomore year coming up.
Very dramatical performance by the band.
Yeah, this is interesting what's going on out here on the field. It looks like something out of Broadway. But 2000 was, I think, Craig Damon's first year as the head coach. And we came into this game overconfident. We think we're going to whip their ass. And
well, you're the rich kids from Bellevue.
Yeah. And they gave us a run for our money. We barely beat them. I think we beat them like 17-10. And they were good. They had a good season that year. And from there, they never looked back. They kept going and going, Craig Damon. But back to Greg Carr. Greg Carr did not play varsity until his junior year.
Well, he could barely run.
Yeah. Well, I remember when he was a sophomore, they were playing the JV team at North Marion's playing our JV team at Bellevue. Our quarterback at the time on the JV team, his name was John Zacco. Okay. Zacco thought he was a quarterback, but he wasn't. Anyways, Zacco threw, I think, 6 interceptions that game. 5 of them were to Greg Carr, who was also playing safety, and I think he ran every single one of them back for a touchdown. Every single one of them back. He
arguably the best freshman year and it wasn't a redshirt year. He just came on, and I think he had like 15 touchdowns his freshman year.
Yeah.
And then he kind of petered out. But, again, it's good to have guys like that back coaching like a local high school football. But what else is going on, John?
Well, we're here. We're actually accompanied right now by the toughest player in Ocala's dad, Jay-Z Sr.
Well, and I do want to, for the record, here, put the headset on. I do want to say for the record that your son is up for a really prestigious award. We're calling him the Ivories, the toughest football player
like
in Marion County.
Like Herb Street Awards.
Right now, he's a leader in the clubhouse because we've seen one game.
Oh, well, fantastic. Thank you.
Well, and your kid's always been tough. You know, we go way back to the Pigskin Classic. Talk about it. I mean, he seems to be having an absolute ball.
He is. He's really worked hard during the offseason. He increased his bench press to 300.
Jeez.
He's squatting 515, and he turned in a 4.58 40 at Vanderbilt camp in June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And is he taller than you yet?
Yes. He's 5'8". He's 5'8", 185 pounds.
Yeah, because I think I said you're about 4'9". And then John said he's probably going to beat you up. And I'm like, well, you're from Philly. That would be no big deal.
No, look.
I am 5'5" on my driver's license. Thank you very much. Which tells you, right?
You're lying.
They'll believe anything.
No, that's right. They don't care. They don't care. Just pay your fee.
Yep.
We can hear it over here, John, so it's working.
Okay. Maybe he's got bad reception.
Maybe.
We were getting a text message from Richard Burton. Big stat Richard
Really?
Burton.
Where the heck is Richard at?
I don't
He's
know.
fantastic, by the way.
But
Nobody's
he
a
told
football
me, he
game.
said that there's a program talking over our broadcast.
Oh.
Yeah, he said
All
there's
right.
a program talking over our broadcast. At 8, a news program came on.
Oh.
You can hear both going on.
Can you text Dan? This is live on the radio. This is behind the curtain.
He just
text
said,
Dan and tell him.
He just said it's
Fix-
back.
Oh, all right. Well, what do you mean? We're back?
We're back. It's only
Well,
us.
look, it's AM radio.
Hey, at least people are listening to
I
us,
appreciate that. It's good to. By the way, I've bought Richard's book, and every once in a while, you're not going anywhere. I'll open up a random page and look at some useless stat that Richard probably spent 6 months on. But getting back to your son, obviously he loves the game of football, and that passion just exudes while he's playing.
Yep. And on the other side of it, he sent me his progress report today.
Okay.
And he had 4 A's and 2 B's.
Let's get those B's right.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, what the heck? But in our house, A is awesome. B is best.
Nothing wrong with that.
C is you're showing up, right? D is don't come home, and an F is find a new family.
At least you got the acronyms all right.
Yeah.
So you were mentioning while we were at break that he's got a couple of offers. Talk about what he's going to do next year.
Well, he's got an official offer from Warner. A lot of interest. We visited Wingate University, Tennessee Tech University, and like I said, at the Vanderbilt camp, he turned in that 4.58. So they've asked him to come up for a home game. So they're showing some interest, and so we're really not sure yet exactly where he's going to land, but I think the future looks good for him.
That's awesome. And again, all you want to do is just get to college and figure that out. But I think your son's the epitome of it's not the size of the dog, right?
Yep.
It's the size of the fight, right? Whatever.
He's just going to whip whoever's ass is in front of him.
That's exactly
Absolutely.
right. I mean, you know what? On his college resume, and he's going to be on they're like.
I kick ass for a living.
I went to North Marion High School. I won the toughest kid in Marion County, Ivory.
The biggest thing is, it's funny, I was talking to somebody else earlier about that, is, Kansas gave Darren Sproles an opportunity.
Sure.
He was 5'5",
Sure.
Didn't weigh nothing. And that's really what a coach has got to do with him is I understand he's 5'8" and undersized as a linebacker or DB, but I promise you he plays like he's 6'2", 225.
Yeah, and again, he's got that passion, and he's a lot of fun to watch. Your eyeballs always find him, and he always seems to find the ball. So
Yep.
You have a lot to be proud of. Congratulations.
Awesome.
And,
I appreciate
Congrats,
it.
looking forward
Dad.
to it. So, what do you think about Greg Carr? What do you think about the program under him?
I'll tell you, Greg's brought it a long ways. Definitely in just a 2-year shift, you can see the culture change like it always does with a head coach. But what he's doing to the program has been really, really good because it's not just athletes. He's really pushing both sides, right, of, hey, I don't want just the best athlete. I want the best all-around man. Young man, should I say.
Sure.
He watches them at school. He makes sure he pushes them to take their SATs or ACTs because it's not just about his success. It's about his player success, which to me sets him apart as a head coach because a lot of head coaches are all about that W on the scoreboard, not looking too far in the future.
Yeah, and again, Westport's band, this is what they're good at, by the way. They have like 72 bands.
This is why they're an 8A school.
That's correct. They sound great. This will be the best sounding band we have all year. They didn't march last year, remember, because of COVID. So it's good to have the bands back, no masks.
Will you get COVID if you march on the field?
They weren't even allowed in the stadium. But I think it's interesting what you said about asking the kids to take the SAT. I coached summer basketball, and I one of my requirements, you couldn't play on the team until you took the ACT or the SAT, because you don't even have a chance at college if you don't take that test, right?
Yep.
So let's find out. Don't be afraid of it. Let's build on it and make it happen. So that's good to hear because you're right. I talk to a lot of coaches. They don't, as long as they're qualified, as long as they're academically eligible to play football, that's all they care about.
Yep. And unfortunately, You know, I coach Pee Wee football with MCYFL, and I tell my kids, I get really tired of seeing the shoulda-beens.
There's a lot of them.
And that's where us as coaches need to step up and ensure that from the youngest level, they understand what they need to do to be a true athlete, not just somebody who runs fast.
Too often you see a lot of kids, they become a story. They're a legend. They become a story. And like, oh, man, remember that kid? Remember how good he is? Where is he now? You know, and 9 times out of 10, the answer isn't very good.
And again, life is hard. You know, I mean, I think we all see it. We've all coached. We know where you have to really worry about kids. But there are kids that I call 2 or 3 times a week still, just to make sure that they're okay, right? Just to check on them. And I think that's part of our responsibility is building these young men as a coach. Well, it's good to see you.
Absolutely.
So how's the junior Colts this year?
My Pee Wee Colts.
Oh, you're the
I'm
Pee Wee now? You started over?
Oh, I've been with Pee Wees now. This is my 3rd season.
Oh,
and I think we look pretty good this season.
Who's the team to beat?
In Pee Wees, I think the Falcons this year, believe
Really?
it or not.
All right.
Falcons got a really strong team. But we'll see. Tomorrow's Jamboree, so it'll be our first look at all these teams.
And that is the one division in MCYFL where there's no real recruitment.
Yep.
Because you don't know them. It's just somebody's kid, right? 2 or 3 cousins removed.
Absolutely.
That's what makes up the Miami or the Dolphins, right? So.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, hey, good luck, and we'll be watching TJ all season to see if he still qualifies for the Ivory.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm pretty sure he won't fall short of that.
All right. Hey, thank you.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Galen, on another note here, you know, I'm interested here. So deep in this end zone over here in the right corner, the guy in the hat over there, that's the assistant principal, good friend of mine, Bo Williams of Westport High School. And he's standing right there by the referees. And I'll tell you right now, he's got the same distaste for Ricky Howard as I do.
Come on, man. Don't bury the guy.
It's interesting. I don't know what's going to Hey, true story. 1999 MCYFL Senior Championships.
It's never good when you have to start with true story.
I'm there. Senior Lions versus the Senior Knights. Senior Knights that year.
Senior Lions.
Senior Lions. That was back when they had the Senior Lions. It was all like.
Yeah. But what did they become?
It was all the kids from Osceola and
What
Fort
did they
King
become?
Middle. I don't know what they became, to be quite honest.
Senior?
I think it may have merged into Senior Wildcats.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, that's what it would have to, because there were a lot more teams back in the
Senior
day.
Lions back then, it was all the Osceola Middle and Fort King Middle kids, is what it was.
The big money.
Yeah, but Senior Knights were the big-time favorites. I mean, they crushed everybody all year, even crushed Lions. Lions came in big underdogs into the Super Bowl. Ricky Howard is the official.
Yep.
Lions had that game won. They got screwed by Rick Howard multiple times. But Ricky Howard had a son on the Knights. How MCYFL allowed that to happen is beyond me.
And they thought enough of Ricky to put him in the Super Bowl.
Well, they must have been desperate.
Oh man, he would show up.
I mean, this is 22 years ago.
He was bad then. So
I was in the 8th grade at the time. I was there at the game watching. I'm like, I can't believe the Lions are about to win this game, and they got screwed by the officials that game.
Oh, officials. Oh man. You know what? I would wonder what a game would look like if you just self-called your own penalties. Right? No, I'm dead serious.
Kind of like backyard basketball at the playground?
Yeah, because
Foul.
you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And the guy who calls foul all the time in basketball,
yeah,
you just realize he's soft and he's not a baller.
Listen, I'm that when I play basketball, I never call foul.
Nor should you.
And then that team, man, call the foul. My own teammate.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm all right. I don't need to call the foul.
Well, again, there's a line, but I wonder what it would look like. Right? I wonder.
Although
what it
I haven't
would
played
look like.
basketball in years because I'll hurt myself. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, we could talk about basketball a lot, but what we're going to do is we're going to step aside, and you're going to hear from the same commercial because it's the only one I have because my man Nick didn't bring his computer. But you are listening to high school football right here on WOCA, the source.
WOCA.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call 2 men in a truck. 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck. 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck. 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 men in a truck.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right. Are we on? All right. Welcome back to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source. I'm Galen Unold, and I'm right next to arguably my favorite color guy I've ever had.
Ride or die, baby.
I've had a lot of them. But there was like a week, maybe two, maybe the second half of the first one, I'm like, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. So I'm hoping Kaz joins us this year as well, because I do miss story time with Kaz.
Yeah.
And I know you can't do all the games, John, but that's unfortunate because I think you enjoy it.
Oh, I love it.
I am off of Twitter, though, because
I love it.
I believe in free speech. And I believe that anybody who's against free speech, I shouldn't support. And so I know you would probably die without Twitter.
But
and Facebook.
Even though they are against
Don't
free
make
speech,
excuses.
but I see it as a way where I'm able to use it as a platform to raise awareness, and that's what I'm doing.
I'll give you a perfect example of what's wrong with social media. So Westport live streams all the football games, right? Through their own YouTube channel. They make $0 off of it. YouTube gave them a strike, and they could not broadcast tonight's game because of the background music that was played over YouTube.
What background music?
They were playing from the PA system. It's some
God.
copyrighted music. And so that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. How can you support any organization as we broadcast
Well, that's
live
not
on
free
YouTube?
speech. That's more copyright or
Is it
trademark
wrong?
infringement.
Is it wrong? Does common sense not belong anywhere? They
You
couldn't
know,
look at the
that's-
field and go, come on, it's a high school football game in
but
Ocala.
believe it or not, there is some attorneys who have nothing better to do with their life
Well,
that would
you know what?
love nothing more than to try to make something of it.
Well, then the world's a worse place. So, well, thankfully, Dan Martone gives us the freedom to kind of do what we want, and
Yeah.
talk about what I want. I'm on, and by the way, if you want to hear more of me, you can Monday through Friday right here on WOCA from 8. I'm still 9:30 if Tom Schmitz gets bored out of his mind.
Hey, maybe we could get Tom Schmitz here one day.
He
huh?
wants to. He's going to.
Okay.
But when you're not here, he is. And there's going to be the kick by Kerryon Ball, and there's
we
a
had
false
we had
start.
we had an offside
Come
by
on.
number 54.
Just stay behind the ball. It's
Yeah.
not rocket science.
That was 54 Peter Finn for Westport, who ran down the line, went past the line before the ball was kicked. You know, here's the thing too. I mean, some of these guys, no disrespect. I mean, half of the guys on the kickoff team are guys that really don't play that much.
Their jerseys are awful clean.
Yeah. So
Can I tell you something crazy?
You've got one job. Do it right.
This is only the third kickoff of the year for Westport, and we're in Game 3.
Wow.
They haven't scored, John. It's 10 quarters. When
I
do you
never thought
really
about that.
start to worry?
By the way, my
And then the ball.
we forgot
fell.
to talk about predictions. My prediction for this game
No,
was.
we did. I gave you crap about the over-under.
Well, no, we did a Donnell and Vanguard prediction. This prediction,
Oh.
which I put out on social media pre-game, I took North Marion winning 23-19.
Let's see if that's not going to happen.
0-0.
All right, there's a kick. It's picked up at the 25, heads over the left side, goes all the way out to the 40 before he's corralled there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts to start the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Cousins, who's looked okay at times. He's under a ton of pressure. The guy I think who's been the most impressive in the first half is Walton. John, he's been everywhere here, the wide receiver.
Well, you can tell. I mean, he's their go-to guy. He's got the size. They're just trying to get the ball in his hands. They're trying to. He's a mismatch nightmare, is what he is.
So Cousins is going to come out, 2 wide outs each way. They're going to give it to the running back who heads over the middle, breaks one tackle, spin move, and he's brought down after 3.
And I'm going to disagree with you. I think so far, my player of the game for North Marion in the first half is number 12, Trent Hoffman.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. He made that great run
And he's had a
after
couple
the
of nice
fumble.
catches.
Yeah. And by the way, we haven't said this, John, but the crowd, so good to see a crowd at a football game with not covered their faces
No
with masks.
I think
in
I
their own little
I think I
bubble.
might have seen like 2 people with masks on.
2nd and 8. There's a throw out to the flats. It's caught for a 5-yard gain. It'll be, they're going to, boy, he didn't get a good spot there. That'll set up 3rd and 6. Only a gain of 2. I thought he got much further along than that. They didn't give him any forward progress on that. But
And
again,
you,
it's
this
great.
crowd
It's great to
is-
see. And by the way, your boy,
this crowd looked a little bit weak, but it's gotten a little bit better throughout
and your
the game.
boy DeSantis had a good day.
He won his appeal.
He had a good day.
Won his appeal to unmask the schools again.
You know what won today? Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom won.
And common sense.
both are good. 3rd and 5. 2 wideouts each way, same set. The running back now sets up to Cousins left. He's going to fire deep down the right side, overthrows. Boy, he had that guy beat. Is that your guy?
That's Trent Hoffman.
Trent Hoffman
had
was
the DB Nate Rocker
open.
beat downfield, just overthrown a little bit by Cousins.
I don't know what Nate Rocker had man coverage. I'm not sure what he was looking at. He just got outrun.
Yeah, well, it looked like he came around like on a little wheel route there. I think he was just he didn't get out of his stance very well. It looked like he had cinder blocks in his feet before he actually went.
So now after running 40 yards for that pass, now he's going to come back and punt. And last time he went back to punt, he had a huge return, biggest play of the game, 37-yard rush over the left side after the bad snap. And there's a false start on the right side. Let's see who they call that against. This could be really close to a first down because they're going to call it against Westport. And it's the same guy, John. At some point, just stay on side, right?
And that's huge because now that gives North Marion a first down. They've got.
Is it a first down?
It's a first down.
Jeez.
North Marion was literally 4th and 5 on their own 45. Offsides
I think that's
on the punt block team by
Is
number
that his
7.
4th one?
Floyd, yep. And now North Marion retains the ball for a first down on the 50.
I mean, he's had a heck of a ball game once the ball is snapped legally. But you can't do these. A team that hasn't scored in 10 quarters can't make these kind of mistakes. This is why they're 0-2, right? All right, there's a pass to the flats to the left side. That's going to be picked up by your favorite player. He breaks the tackle, gets some blocks, turns nothing into a 20-yard gain, John.
You know what? I might have an award here for my guy Trent Hoffman.
What are you going to call it? Utility?
The Scrappy Award.
Swiss Army knife?
Scrap Man Award.
Scrap Man Award.
Yeah, the Swiss Army Award. There you go.
The scrap. I could get Tim Snell to, since he owns that
There
scrap
you go,
yard.
scrap,
Maybe Snell will
we can make a trophy out of scrap
sponsor it.
metal.
Yeah. I'd have to go to Shuckers, though, to see Snell, because that's the only place he's at. Him and John Brantley. In the non-football season, you can find John there about 5:30.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right, here we go. 10:04 left to go in the third quarter. No score. Cousins and the Colts are driving, but there's a handoff. Running back gets hit in the backfield by Will Cotton. He was feeling good about himself after that 1-yard tackle for loss.
Yep. So, this defense for Westport is very good tonight. What's been killing them are the penalties. It's been their Achilles heel here.
Westport hasn't been in, I think they've had 2 snaps in Colts territory. It was the first drive. 2nd and 10, and it's all just mental. Look at all this partnership and sportsmanship between the Colts cheerleaders and Westport. I don't like that, John. I don't like it at all. I think they should be yelling at each other, talking trash.
Yeah.
We've gone soft as a society.
Why did you DM my boyfriend last
That's
night?
what I'm saying. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
We don't need mosh pits with
Why are we-
cheerleaders.
Put the camera on it. We need to show the
I'm
people
not
what
happy
you're
with this
talking
right
about.
here. Look at this. What is this? This is a cross-county rivalry. They want to do it. I don't know.
Like, why'd you follow my boyfriend last
Something. Let's get
night?
rowdy.
Why'd you follow him on Twitter?
I'll guarantee that doesn't happen between Vanguard and Dunellen tonight.
Oh, no.
Well, I haven't gotten any calls from there. 3rd 9, high snap. Cousins fires over to the flats. Oh! And it was almost picked. That ball took about 90 minutes to get out to the flats.
I tell you, that was an impressive break on the ball there by number 14, Caden Brown. Man, yeah. I mean, not a very good throw by Cousins. Like you said, he floated it. Too much time. Cousins, and he was trying to get to his big man, Walton. Cousins, I like his poise in the pocket. He doesn't get rattled too much, as much pressure as he's getting. He just doesn't have a lot of zip on the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's a young guy, too. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got some people to
throw
to.
I can't be too critical of the zip on the ball.
All right, same formation. Cousins this time looks to the right now, fires into the flats to your favorite player. He's got a first down and more before he's driven out of bounds.
My guy Hoffman.
After a 20-yard gain. Just give Hoffman the ball.
Well, and just a very simple under route there. They cleared everybody out. Hoffman came underneath on the drag, and you know what? That's a good play to call. As much as Westport has been blitzing their middle linebackers tonight, that drag route is wide open when those guys blitz. So, hey, good adjustment by North Marion there.
All right, Trent
Hoffman.
Got it. We've been right. It's one in a row, John. I feel good about myself right now. 3 wideouts, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. They're going to hand it to the backfield Cave, and he's going to be ridden down like a horse.
I tell you, that's Floyd coming from the backside on the tackle there.
He just hopped on his back and took a ride.
But where did this Floyd guy come from? He was not on the team last year, was he? Or was he JV? He's only a junior. He's listed as a junior. I've got no idea where this guy came from. I mean, in my opinion, he's been the most impressive player in the field tonight for Westport High School on defense.
Yeah, I can't disagree. The only issue I have is all the offsides. Stay onside.
But watch how hard he comes.
I get it. Stay onside, though, John. Come on.
He's a hard player.
You can't be good. You can never be great if you're your own worst enemy.
He uses his hands. Watch how he uses his hands.
He's very well coached.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. They're going to give it to the running back again.
Floyd.
And
Floyd comes from the backside and makes a tackle for a loss of 4 yards there.
Floyd wants to be a cowboy because he's riding them Colts, baby. Riding them. 3rd and 12 here.
Listen, he's making sure that guy's not going anywhere.
6:57 left to go in the third quarter. Sorry. Ricky Howard, I see him rubbing that flag in his back pocket. It's getting a little
he wants
itchy.
to throw it so bad right now. He wants to throw it. And, by the way, Floyd is listed at 6'3" on Max Preps.
All right. Oh, he's a big dude. Strong dude. He's having a heck of a football game. He is wearing out the right tackle for the Colts. Those two aren't gonna have a sideline party. Leonard Hill. And then he is crushed by his partner on the other side for a 8-yard loss. That'll be 4th down and 20, John. And again, another decision. They tried to kick a field goal from about this distance before and about 5 yards short.
I got an award here because this tandem.
I have created a monster.
This defensive end tandem between Leonard Hill and Floyd for Westport really is something special. I'm surprised teams have scored as much points as they have against them this year. But right there, those are the Bash brothers. The Bash brothers.
You got to do something with Wolves.
The Wolves.
Well, they're the Wolf Pack.
So
I don't know. Come up with something better. I can't do all the work.
You don't like the Bash brothers?
No, because that's Canseco and full of steroids. Cousins is in again, and this time is that Will Cotney coming right up the middle, and for a 10-yard loss, Will Cotney.
Yep.
How about that?
But once again, you got to give credit to the defensive ends because
they created all kinds of pressure.
They created a lot of havoc there on the edge, which forced the quarterback to step up into the pocket right into Will Cotney.
What a great stand there by Westport. That was a 4th down. They were going for it. It was 4th down and 20, and Cousins had about a half a second to throw the football. We are at the Waterbank, John, and all right, it's been 10 quarters since this Westport team has gone in the end zone. If they score, they should get a personal foul for celebration.
Well, I tell you, you got.
And I've coached with Steve. He'll be fine with it.
This defensive line for Westport has been very good
Their
tonight.
front seven has been very good.
I want to recognize a coach here, Devontae Jess, the defensive line coach. Okay, I mean this defensive line is playing completely different from how they played last year. Now, granted, there's maybe a couple of different personnel too, but they just seem like they're a lot better coached right now. And Devontae Gist is a guy that was not on the staff last
That's a
year.
fair point. I would have loved to see what Ramey would do with those in that inside tackle position with those two on the either side. Woo, that would have been fun. All right, so Gavin Savino is going to come out. They're going to do four wide receivers, one running back.
Still a 0-0 tie with 5 minutes to go in the third
It's
quarter,
unbelievable. It has been an entertaining game.
Yeah.
Savino drops back. He fires to the flats. I don't know what happened there. Ball came out really funky.
Yeah, his intended receiver was the freshman, DeSanko.
Looked like it came out of his hand wrong.
Yeah.
And see, this is where you have to worry about Gavin, right? He makes a bad throw, a bad play happens, he starts this downward spiral. You wouldn't know it, but he's a very emotional kid. Let's see how he responds to that right there, because I thought he had a really good first drive. He hasn't done much since, but Buster hasn't helped him at all. Buster's had two big drops in this game. One was for an easy touchdown. Man coverage to Buster here to the bottom. Two wideouts to the top. Gavin looks that way on the slant. Buster catches that one. Splits the defense. Has got a first down. Takes a pop at midfield. And that'll set up 1st and 10 for Westport.
You know, that was a perfect throw. I mean, Savino really threaded the needle there to Barnes on that slant pass. I mean, there was that small little window in between the linebacker
Hurry
and the
up.
corner.
And they got the Westport. Sorry, John.
Oh, you're good.
I got excited. First action in a while. Westport went to hurry up there, and they actually caught North Marion changing players, and that'll be an easy 5 yards. And that's something Steve Rim loves to play with, is the tempo.
Change of pace.
And that's the first down they've had in a while.
Yeah.
And again, if I'm Westport right now, this is an opportunity to really get a hold of this football game.
This situation
Momentum
like this,
is all on this side.
1st and 5 on their 45. This is a great opportunity to go play action deep here. Let's see if they do it.
I say you run the ball. Let's grind the clock. 7-man box for North Marion. Gavin looks to the left, fires into the flats. And broken up well there.
Number 24, Diamante Faison. That's a great break on the ball there by Faison.
How many Faisons are there in Marion County? It seems like they all play football. Right? There was a Faison at Dunnellon a couple of years ago.
Was there?
Yeah. Fason or Faz? How does he spell it?
Faison. That's like how Theatric Faison, the running back from Florida back in the day.
All right.
Maybe there's some relation there.
Who knows? 2nd and 5. 4:34 left to go here in the third quarter. It's 2nd down and 5 now for Savino. 3 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. Running back is also set up for the right. Savino fires a little curl route. That'll be enough for the first down, and they're going to call no catch.
I called incomplete.
And you got to catch that ball, son. Oh, Gavin has had no help. He's had some serious drops.
Yeah, Strickland on the drop. There's been a lot of drops tonight.
That was a perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, a lot of drops tonight.
And that's why this team's gone 10 quarters without scoring, John. Penalties, right? Mentally just not there. And no excuses for that drop. That's probably why Strickland's a cornerback and not a wide receiver.
Yep.
Again, same formation for Savino. Wearing number 2. He drops back, fires over to the right side this time, intended for Buster. Not a well-thrown ball.
You know,
and now you got a decision for
and right there,
Steve
that
Rim.
was one of those what you call
Don't you
sticks.
got to punt this?
Sticks.
You got to punt this.
They're
Defense is playing too good. You'll get the field. You know how you gain field position? Let the defense hold them.
Yep.
That was just not a good throw.
Not a good throw, but I also think he made a bad read. I thought that DeSanko, number 17, the receiver out wide, was wide open. But, you know, that's just a young mistake by a high school quarterback.
Well,
I think he kind of had to predetermine where he was going to go. And
it's one of
that's
those,
what he did.
and what they were doing so well is making that one read, and that's gone. Oh, there's a shanky punt. That ball may go 8 yards. From the line of scrimmage, it went 11.
11 yards. 11-yard punt to put him on the
But he was under
34.
all kinds of pressure, to your point earlier.
Yeah, no blocking. No blocking for the punt.
None at all. So Buster, not had a great night at all. A couple of drops. Is it Dorito time?
Maybe at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, you're like the guy who worked for the Patriots who was called Dorito Dink. Remember that during Deflategate? All right, so here we go. Colts have the ball, 1st and 10. Cousins fires it out to your favorite guy on the left side. He shook a guy off his feet and picks up 5 when he should have gained none.
Yeah, looks like, and Westport had a player coming on the field there pretty late to the D-line, so they looked a little bit disheveled, and, they just were not ready. They weren't prepared, so North Marion executed.
So we're for sure his name is Trent. By the way, you can't do Wolfpack after you were just cheering with the other team. You can't do it, cheerleaders. Be consistent.
No.
All right, 2nd and 5. I like a little trash talk with my cheerleaders. All right, there's a handoff to the running back, and he's brought down right at the stick after a nice 5-yard gain. That's Kamari Lane. He's a little guy, and he just scooted ahead for that easy first down.
And
ran right up the middle.
And the safety, Nate Rocker, he's the guy that came in and made that tackle. But, hey, when your safety is making the tackle on the run play, that's not a good thing. That's not good.
Well, number 44 just ran off the field. I think he got a snap, got his butt run over.
Yeah.
And let's head back to the sidelines, young man.
Get back.
Yeah. He's just a freshman, so, yeah, time to hit the weight room. And that's sometimes a good thing, John. Getting destroyed, then you know what you got to work on. Same play, Lane again, carrying the Wolfpack for 5 yards. That'll set up 2nd down and 5, and somebody's trash talking.
Yeah, we got a flag on the play there. A little extracurricular activity. Hey, nice
It'll probably
cutback.
be
Finding the hole by the running
offsetting.
back. Yeah.
But Leonard Hill is pointing to himself like, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and that was number 23,
This
Moses
is an important
Gonzalez.
play. Yep. Oh, they're going to call it offsetting. So, do you remember when they used to call offsetting and they would mark it off both ways?
Yeah, they were
And the
walking back
ball
and
would
forth.
never end up where it was, right? It would be like 1 yard further one way or the
I
other.
never understood that.
It was so stupid.
Never understood
So
that.
stupid. Yeah. But it's when you get a 15-yard penalty and a 5-yard penalty and they just put the ball 10 yards away.
Just leave it there.
Just don't touch it. 2nd and 5, 2:50 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. No score. So if you're just joining us, you've missed a heck of a defensive football game. Cousins is the quarterback. 3 wideouts to the top for the Colts. John's favorite man to the bottom. Play action pass. They're going to throw it to the flats to the running back. He's wide open. Walks around the sidelines and was almost gone.
Yeah, Westport is very lucky that guy was trying to tightrope the sideline. Was that number 1, Chris Foster?
Yes.
And he had some wheels to him.
He was picking them up and putting them down.
Why they have not gotten that kid the ball more tonight is beyond me. He might be the fastest player on the field tonight, as far as I see.
He might be. Maybe that's another Ivory.
Speed award.
Speed.
I can guarantee there's probably some other guys in this county that are probably faster.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
And they probably go to that school called Vanguard.
That's right. 3 wideouts to the bottom. They're going to hand it off the lane, and all of a sudden, North Band's like, we're just going to pound it.
Bert's pretty dang fast.
Bert's got to be kicking himself because everybody on that team transferred but Bert.
I give him credit for staying.
What? Why didn't he stay at Lake Weir then?
Or TC.
Or TC?
He didn't want to transfer a 4th time.
Right. I mean, is that what? I mean, I guess.
He didn't want to transfer a 4th time.
I think that becomes an eligibility issue.
Isaiah Guy, right?
No, Isaiah Guy was at Forest. I don't think he was ever at Trinity before this year.
Yeah, he was.
He was at Trinity? There's an open field break of a tackle. He tiptoes down the sideline along the right side.
There's that guy.
Picks up 20.
And there's that guy, Foster. They're finally getting Foster the ball. This kid is a playmaker.
Whoops.
No, Isaiah Guy was at he's at Vanguard right now.
Yeah, but he was started at Forest, and then he went to Vanguard.
No, he was at Trinity Catholic.
Oh, his freshman year. That's right, he was.
No, and I almost want to say he was at Lake Weir.
No.
With Bert.
No.
Him and Bert went from Lake Weir.
Guy was at Forest when Bert was at Lake Weir.
Okay, maybe you're right. But I know for sure he was
They
TC,
both played for the Steelers.
TC, Forest, Vanguard. I almost want to say he was at Lake Weir too. I could be wrong though.
Yeah. All right, so Cousins drops back. He fires for the end zone for John's guy, and he dives. Oh, I thought he came up with a catch, but he just couldn't hang on.
Nice effort there. Nice
Great effort.
But even
Trent,
better coverage by Caden Brown.
Yeah, Trent was there. I know you like saying his name, so I'm setting you up for that. All right, here we go.
I will say
2nd
this,
and 10.
though. You notice how much they're throwing at 14 and not 24. They are avoiding Strickland, number 24.
Well, one is
at
6'2", and the other one's 5'8".
Yeah. They are picking on him.
Absolutely. 2nd and 10 for Cousins. Again, same formation.
Strickland is getting no film tonight.
None.
Sometimes no film for a corner is a great film.
Oh, and there's a throw to the flats. If that's on target, that is a pick 6, and I think that is going to be an offensive hold. Thank you, Nick. See, Nick, he can get you some water.
Thank you. Although this looks like it could be a lateral pass as well.
No, they didn't rule it a lateral pass.
If it's a lateral pass, then you decline this penalty.
Let's see where they spotted it. That was an easy call.
And I think that's what Coach Steve Rem is arguing right now.
Oh, I see it.
I don't think they're giving them the I think they're saying it's a forward pass. I think it was lateral. I think that's what Coach Rem is arguing.
But if it is a lateral, it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, John. Right?
Yeah, but they get to repeat the down.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm taking the loss of 5 for a loss of down.
But it depends on where the spot is. If he was 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, now you're talking about a loss of 13 and a repeat. Because it will be 2nd down, I think. They're talking.
I think they are giving him
holding. They're going to decline it.
So
and
I called it.
Yeah.
So
one in a row,
it is a lateral pass.
Let's see where they spot
They're
it.
giving them a lateral pass,
Where's the spot?
and they decline the penalty, so they get the loss of down.
But where's the ball being spotted?
Well, as it stands, it was 2nd and 10, and now
All right.
it's a loss of about 6 yards, right?
Yeah, that's pretty big. And that was always the question for me. I couldn't tell where the spot was.
So you got 3rd and 15 now.
Because the referee was holding the ball. I wasn't sure
Let's put it
what
this
he was
way.
doing.
It would have been, it's either 3rd and 15 or 2nd and 20.
Sure.
What are you taking?
Yeah, no, that's fair. High school football, you want the down. All right, here we go. Crowd starting to get into it here. 2 wideouts each way. Running back is to Cousins' right as he heads toward left to right. Under pressure. Fires to the flats. Too high and outside.
Horrible call by Ricky Howard.
Ricky Howard, I told you that flag was getting itchy, but that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And it'll be a
15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Nope, it's not an automatic first down.
But it's 3rd and 15.
Let's see what the math ends up. I bet you it'll be just short.
But Leonard Hill came off that edge hard, hit the quarterback, and as far as I saw it, it was very clean.
Hit him in the waist.
Maybe that was the penalty because he went low on him. I don't know, but
hit his waist.
He certainly didn't hit him after the throw. He hit him as.
Now you got to remember, it's 15 yards from the spot of the foul. The high school football rules, you will lose your mind if you try to figure them out, right? So let's see where if they can count to 15. All right, there we go. It'll be 3rd and 5, John.
So it's a 10-yard penalty.
No, it was spot of the foul. The foul was at the 35.
Ah, okay.
Again, high school.
So it's not. So the penalty is not. It's not going to be yards from the line of scrimmage. It's going to be
from the spot.
That's
spot penalty.
That's bizarre.
Oh, high school football, baby. Holdings from the spot. It's crazy. All right, here we go. 3 wideouts to the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, to the top. 1 to the bottom. Trent. And they're going to give it to Cave in the backfield. He's met by everyone.
Hey, but you know what? It also resulted in an automatic 1st down.
It sure did. That should have been, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe personal fouls are automatic 1st down in high school.
But they didn't give it to him when they got the face mask.
But passing interference is not.
But they didn't give it to him with the face mask.
They didn't.
How am I? So,
you know what we need? We need in football, like how they bring
Tessitore or whatever.
The Tessitore from the room in New York. We need one of those.
I hate that guy. He always states the obvious.
But we need
2nd and 10.
We need one of those guys.
All right, Cousins drops back, fires for the end zone, and it is dropped. Dropped by Trent. He should have caught that ball.
I don't know.
I thought it was pass interference.
Buster Barnes has some nice coverage there. He had some nice coverage.
I thought he got there a little early.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, just a simple pass up the middle of the field. They just had him go right up the seam there. And, there was a host of defenders there, too. It's not like he was all that open.
No, he was forcing it in there. 3rd and 10 now. And, again, if you're just joining us, 40 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. No score by either team. North Marion has dominated field position and clock, right? So time of possession and field position has been all North Marion. There was a missed extra point by North Marion, but Westport hasn't gotten close. Missed field goal, sorry. Under pressure, Cousins steps up in the pocket. He's going to keep running in, and he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he got 3.
I tell you, we got a hurt player down there. That did not look good. Whoever that was going for the tackle, he was going right at the player. Pursuing from behind was Floyd, and they just collided. He was going low, and his head hit Floyd's leg. I mean, it was a friendly fire. Teammates colliding there. I mean, that did not look good.
All right, Steve Wren set one of those signals to the sidelines that you don't like to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA. The Source.
You're getting ready to move, and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 men in a truck.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Welcome back to high school football. Jordan Hudson was the injured Wolfpack, and he is up and walking around. He played at Vanguard last year. He played basketball, played for the freshman team, good player. You can always hear his mama. I see her now. She's right at the rail watching her son. He said he's going to transfer back to Vanguard and play basketball.
But he's walking off the field, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Really is a good kid. So I know his mama. You can hear her in the gym. Here we go. Field goal attempt here, John. 35-yarder with 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And it's up, and it's long enough, and it's good. Your guy, Trent, with a long field goal to take the lead. 21 seconds left to go in the third quarter, 3-0 North Marion.
35-yard field goal.
Say that again?
35-year field goal.
35-year?
I swallowed my water the wrong way here.
Yeah, 35-yard field goal by Trent. And does that count in your awards at all?
At this point, he's player of the game. He's the only one who scored points tonight.
He's been the best offensive player. And he's the only one who scored points. It's gut check time now for this Wolfpack.
So
they had momentum and lost it all.
So we just got our Joe Tessitore text message. I just got a text message from Todd Swearingen. I guess maybe he can be our.
Where is Todd at?
Yeah, who knows? He's traveling all over the place, going to daughters' volleyball games, kids travel baseball.
Todd, how are you? It's good to hear from you.
But he said only 2 penalties in high school are automatic first down.
Correct.
Both are roughing penalties. The passer or the kicker.
Well, then how is that an automatic first down, John?
He just said that's an automatic
but
first down.
But they said it was a face mask.
No, it was roughing the passer.
Oh, yeah. I thought they called it my bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. He would know.
He knows everything.
He's probably on the road Googling.
Yeah.
Sounds smart. All right, 21.6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. See if the Wolfpack can get something going offensively. Buster's going to pick it up at the 5. He heads up the middle, tries to break outside, breaks one tackle, spins. He's going to be brought down right at the 20-yard line by every Colt there. The whole herd was there.
I'm curious right now. This is a question for Big Stat Richard Burton.
He just got a little excited. The little man moved when you said that.
What is the lowest scoring game?
Oh my gosh, it's probably a 2-0 something.
What if this ends up being a 3-0 game?
Oh, let's hope not.
What if?
Oh God,
has it ever happened before?
Okay, ask Richard. You know what he's going to say if you buy my book? It's $79.99. That is a Richard Burton stat because he's probably got that broken down in the book. Do you have his book, by the way?
I don't.
I used to bring it to games, but it weighs like 16 pounds. I'm not kidding.
Well, Richard's like a professional weightlifter.
Oh, yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's easy for him.
Absolutely. Oh, and there's a shovel pass fumble. Ball's on the deck. The Colts recover. Strickland just dropped it. Just absolutely dropped that ball. It was a good pitch. Hit the defender right in the chest, and the Colts looked like Cotney fell on it.
Although,
Woo!
wait a second. If it was a shovel pass.
It was, I'm sorry, it was a lateral.
Okay.
Or
I was going to say,
option.
if it's a shovel
It was an
pass,
option.
then it's an incomplete pass.
It was an option. So that's the end of the third quarter. And again, Westport just continues to shoot themselves in the foot, John.
Yeah, that's kind of been what they did last year, too. I mean, you would have thought
And they had players to overcome it, right? They don't have the players to overcome this. You can't overcome drop balls.
So let's
penalties. Oh,
I want you to give me so far your players of the game so far on both sides of the ball for each team.
well, defensively, I don't know. Westport,
I'm going far for Westport defensively. I'm going with Floyd.
all right, but
going Jake
again, he's
Floyd.
had 3 or 4 offsides, but he's been the most dominant
But
presence.
it also hasn't necessarily mattered either.
No. For North Marion, it's your boy number 17, Trent, or 12. I can't tell the difference with his numbers.
He's my player of the game on offense for North Marion.
I don't know if anybody. TJ has stood out in the first half.
TJ by far defensively.
But Westport hasn't done anything offensively to defend.
Yeah.
They've been terrible offensively this half.
Offensively for Westport,
No one.
it's tough.
They haven't done anything. They haven't gotten a first down in 3 quarters. There's a deep ball that's way overthrown. That looked like they were on 2 different routes. And a flag, that'll be a personal foul, roughing the passer. That'll be an automatic first down.
Yeah, just a simple play action pass. He was going deep on the post route there. It looked like he was actually trying to hit the freshman D. Sanko, and he didn't have his man beat.
So that's the best offense the Wolfpack have had in the second half. Again, and the Westport has gone away from what was working. Simple 2 tight end sets, 1 wide receiver, and it's Dorito time apparently.
Yeah.
So let's see how that works out. At least you moved your microphone. Classy.
Yeah, classy move by.
You know what was great is last year he's got this bag and he's just chomping and I'm looking at him. He's oblivious to what he's doing. All right, here we go. First and 10.
Westport catches a break on the roughing the passer here.
Somebody tell her flashlight's on. It's bothering me. All right, here we go. They hand it off to the running back, and that'll be a face mask, and Ricky Howard is warmed up, baby. Whoa, that was a perfect toss. Oh, they called holding.
They call holding on Westport.
Yeah, we can't go 2 plays without a penalty.
Yeah, well, what I
Did
don't
you
understand.
see that toss by Ricky? He's got lots of practice.
They called the holding penalty, and the run was a loss of 1. Like,
They didn't hold very well.
no.
If you're going to hold,
If you're going to cheat, at least do it good, huh?
I mean, do it right. This offense, they got to do something. Right? I mean, here we are. It's first down and 20. 11:37 left to go in the game. Wolfpack are down by 3. The only offense they've had has been via penalty. Savino's underneath the center, I formation. That was a false start on the bottom. Running backs hit for a 2-yard loss. TJ lit him up.
No, that wasn't TJ.
Oh, was it?
No, that is
13.
number 13, Tommy Harward. We haven't called his name all night.
He looked good. He was happy about it.
He got in that hole.
So it's second down now, John. And again, I don't know. I mean, nothing is working here for Westport.
Yep, I called it. Toss range just said, I'm at the beach, baseball tournament, 8:30 a.m.
Well, good luck. All right, 2 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. They're going to run with 2 running backs. Savino's in shotgun. He's going to drop back. He looks to the right. He's under all kinds of pressure, and he is destroyed in the backfield for a loss of 5, maybe 8, and that'll set up 3rd and a country mile. Maybe they should pull a Brady and punt on 3rd down.
And, that was a nice sack there. Number 7, Andrew Zock for North Marion High School.
He's had a good game.
He's had a nice game. He's a force off that edge now. I tell you, both offensive lines tonight have really struggled.
I'll say it. Do we have to worry about this team quitting? Because Westport teams in the past have quit.
Well, but
Flat out
was,
quit.
that was pre-Steve Rem.
Just asking. You know, it's hard to change.
They didn't quit last year.
Well, they were a good football team last year.
Yeah.
They're not a good football team. Savino drops back, throws the screen, good call, and he's brought down. Leonard breaks a tackle, breaks 2, breaks 3. Somehow, all by himself, managed to pick up 19 yards, and it'll set up a 4th down and 5. Do you go for it here, John? Leonard Hill, what did I say? He'll always be Leonard. I told him that to his face. They're going for it, and boy, 2-yard loss. Wow. Wow. You can hear a pin drop on the Westport side, and you can hear the North Side pride all over out there.
Well, and I tell you, Coach Rem, he is hot at Gavin Savino right now. I don't know what.
I think he wanted him to draw him off sides.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I mean he's mad at him. Either he wasn't supposed to call that play, or he wasn't supposed to hand it off. I don't know, but he is hot.
You know, Steve.
And now you're giving North Marion a short field from on the 35.
And they're going to throw it out to the flats, and that's caught, but for a 2-yard loss. You know, one of us is going to get that famous Steve Rim phone call where he's driving somewhere, and you're not getting off the phone for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And in the background, your wife's going, come on. You're like, nah, man, I'm just letting him go. Because he's just spitting fire at you.
Yep.
So, yeah, we used to have that call every day when we coached together. He would call me every day. And I'd still, at a practice, we'd talk. It was crazy. 3 wideouts to the top. This formation hasn't changed much. 8:36 left to go in the ball game. Colts are up by 3, and there's a throw to the flats. That was very confusing. I don't know what was going on there.
He just completely overthrew his wide receiver.
But it looked like Walton wasn't even looking.
No.
He was facing the other way or something, and no harm, no foul. So we'll go 3rd and 11 again from the same spot.
At this point, I don't know why North Marion's even throwing the ball. At this point, the clock is your friend. You know that. I mean, they just stopped the clock. It's got 8 minutes and 29 seconds left.
The only
clock
way
is your friend. Chew it up.
The only way was
even if you don't get it, you're going to punt, and you're going to give them. They're going to have to go 90 yards to score, and that's not going to happen the way they've been playing.
Westport's best opportunity to score is on defense. Yeah. And there he throws it deep. He's got a man open, just out of the reach. Ooh, good designed play there.
You know,
Cousins took a pop.
That was Foster, Chris Foster, really fast kid, but he didn't trust his speed. It's like he stopped running for some reason.
I thought it was a delayed post or something.
Yeah, he kind of stopped running and didn't hit in the stride. Maybe he didn't trust his quarterback. He didn't think his quarterback could throw it that far, but he had the defensive back beat. If he just keeps running, that's a touchdown.
So, do we have any idea what the score of that Vanguard game is, John? Here, it is is that 4th down? Yeah, it's 4th down and 11. Big play here for the Wolfpack defense. The Colts get this. It's going to be rough. 8:23 left to go. They are going to punt it. Trent's going to stand right inside his own 50. Buster Barnes has got his feet on the 5. Whoa, he boomed that one. That's going to go through the end zone. Not quite what he wanted. Big kick there. I don't think he thought he could kick it that far.
Here's a coaching error by North Marion.
20 seconds went off the clock.
8 minutes and 16 seconds left here. If they would have just kept running the ball every play there.
We're under 4 minutes. 5 minutes?
You're probably under 6 minutes, and Westport's got to go 80 yards. Instead, they have over 8 minutes now.
Yeah. And again, this is not an entertaining game. Offense.
Well, this comes down to strategy at this point.
No, it comes down to, at some point, Westport's got to execute something on offense. Savino's got 5 wide receivers. He's back there all by himself, under pressure, false start. He does hit Jyleek Barnes on a little flat right. Now, offsides again on Westport. They just keep beating themselves up. What's the score?
Vanguard's winning 10-6.
All right.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Okay. Vanguard always starts at 7:30. Those people got to go to work.
Bellevue starts at 7:32.
Same thing. People got to go to work.
When Brent Hall coached, we started at 8.
Sure did. And the crowd was huge. See, you can't talk trash, North Marion. They're saying north side. If you're over here hugging on the cheerleaders from Westport. 5 wide. 1st and 15 for Gavin. He's going to look to his left, steps up into the pocket, needs to have something going. Now he's going to roll out. Oh, and he's popped. TJ popped him. Or is that was Zach?
That was Zach.
Zott. He'll get no gain.
The guy who really made the stop there was number 13, Tommy Harwood. He made the great pursuit angle, and then Zach came in and cleaned it up and popped Savino.
No one was open.
No one was open. Bad protection. He had a flush to the left to his non-throwing side.
I don't think he saw the pressure. It was from behind him. He was trying to make something happen. 2nd and 15, 7:37 left to go. Wolfpack trail by 3. Savino gets the snap. He looks to the right, fires the slant pattern, and it's high and almost picked. Not a well-thrown ball. He had his guy wide open.
I didn't like the read either. It was a very simple slant wheel.
He's got to look off the safety.
I felt like the wheel was open there.
He may have been throwing it to the wheel and underthrew it.
Yeah, I mean and that's the right idea because the way that was shaping up, you had a safety deep. You had to hit the wheel on a beeline pass.
Correct.
And he had it, but he threw the slant.
Yeah, well, if he was throwing the wheel, he's got to wait another half a second.
Yeah.
Let him clear that window. All right, here we go. 3rd and 15. Same formation, 5 wideouts. Savino's got to make something happen here. Fires to the flat. That ball's almost hits the warning or the racetrack.
Yeah, he had.
What a terrible throw.
DeSanko on a curl route, and he just overthrew him
again.
There.
So let's talk about this offensive possession right there. You start off 1st down, you get a 5-yard penalty, then you get a sack, right? Then you get a terrible incompletion, and they got an automatic 1st down because of a roughing the passer. That's a terrible possession. So now Buster's going to come in to punt. Your man Trent is the deep guy. He's got his heels on the 50.
So I got another text from our guy Todd Swearingen here. He said,
oh boy, Buster barely gets it off. Not a bad kick. Picked up at the 45. He heads over the left side and is brought down. And it's a face mask. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
I didn't see a face mask there.
It was a face mask. That guy loves face masks.
But there's my guy, Trent Hoffman, on the punt return. But Todd said he asked Larry Fuqua.
Oh, my man Larry.
About any 3-0 games. He can't remember any. Neither can he.
You know, Larry and I used to do football games together. I go way back with Larry. Fuqua Sawmill was like the title sponsor of football on the broadcast for years. He did games with my dad. Oh, they call that on the offense. Oh. Or on the return team.
But
yeah.
What'd they call?
A face mask.
A face mask on the ball carrier.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Fuqua, Larry's a good dude. By the way, if you're going to give an ivory to the booster of the year or for a career, there's no better booster in Marion County than Larry Fuqua.
Oh, Larry's great.
And that's including the McCarsons.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I have supported Vanguard.
You have.
In the past.
You've written them checks.
Only because of Larry Fuqua. It
Sure.
was the only reason why.
Sure.
And then Farmer did some things we're not going to talk about on the air, and I stopped writing checks.
Well, we know about I've told you the story about the basketball coach and I. There's a run by another face mask or something.
More flags.
Nice run over the left side there by the Colts, though. He picked up 12, 2 flags on the play. Yeah, I'm not real happy with Vanguard Athletics. I think the IB program is as good as it gets. I will say the AD's retiring, and I think that's a good thing.
I'll tell you this, though. They have very good leadership at the principal level there.
They do. He's always taking my call. Uh-oh, Trey Stokes has got a girlfriend. I wonder if his mama knows.
Now we have another holding. So I tell you, Westport's
what a terrible call.
Westport's catching some major breaks there.
Where was that holding?
Nope.
He ran out of bounds, and there was not another Colt around.
Westport's catching some major breaks right now.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 7:04 left to go. 3-0. The Colts are winning. Westport's offense has been abysmal.
And we still have a 3-0 game with 7 minutes to go.
Let's see if the defense can make something happen. There's a throw to the Walton out on the flats. That'll be a 12-yard gain. No flag.
No flag.
Clock continues to roll. We're about to hit the water break. Clock stops, I'm sorry, while the chains move. John, you're a chain gang guy, aren't you?
I've never done chain gang my entire life. Never done it. Honestly, I feel like that would be one of the worst experiences.
It's terrible. At MCYFL,
I know guys that love doing it.
I set up a GoPro on it, so I was just turning it all. Film was terrible. All right, 3 wideouts at the top, 1 at the bottom. Same set the Colts have been running all night. Wolfpack are going to bring pressure, but these throws deep. He's got him in on the inside, and it is dropped. That's a terrible call. They're going to call pass interference.
Pass interference.
That
That's
is
my guy, Jerry, the back judge.
Absolutely terrible call.
Yeah.
Because what happened was the Colts player went to the inside. Yeah. The Westport player went back to go to the football.
He was playing the ball. It wasn't even catchable.
Unless you're going to call that on the offense.
Wasn't even catchable.
That's a terrible, terrible call.
But once again, what is the North Marion Colts doing? Going 5 wide, throwing it deep with less than 7 minutes to go.
You know what? You know what it may be? It's like go to the other booth. Yeah, they're going to call that on the defense. But here's the thing, John. That just shows you the absolute lack of respect that North Marion has for this Westport offense.
I don't know so much lack of respect. I just think that's kind of stupid.
Well, I mean, they're like, we need to score. We need to get some offense going.
Chew the clock up. The clock up.
I don't think they're worried about it. I think they have the win. We're at the water break. Well, let's talk about it. 6:18 left to go in the football game.
Let's put it this way.
Westport has not gotten a first down outside of penalties.
If North
in the second
Marion
half.
chews the clock on the last drive and chooses
we're in our car.
And chooses
We're in our car.
Yeah, and chooses it's over.
Correct.
Instead, we still got 6 minutes to go in the game.
But if you're Greg Carr, you're like, look, we lost another game because of COVID last week. We may lose another game next week. Let's get some reps.
Or we can throw the ball around and risk getting an interception and lose the game.
Can't play fear. Can't play scared. Scared money's bad money. Right, John? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think this offense, Steve and I have talked a lot about the quarterback position.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
I just got a text message from Alex Castaneda.
Oh, really?
The mystery is now solved. Lowest scoring game, 1994. Vanguard beat Eustis 2-0.
I told you it had to be something like that. Houston, 1994.
Although I don't understand his text message.
That doesn't, unless it was a forfeit.
Well, no, it says lowest scoring game in 1994.
Oh, bad snap. Ooh, that was dangerous. False start on someone.
All right, so let me read this text message. So this maybe it wasn't 2-0. He says
another penalty.
Lowest scoring game
First and
in
15.
1992. Vanguard 2, Eustis 0, 3 quarters, final 9-0. I don't know what does that mean, Cass?
Oh, they may have canceled it, or Eustis got ejected for something.
Or maybe it got lightninged out.
Or Cass doesn't really understand text.
Yeah, or Cass is becoming senile and doesn't remember.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here. He must be listening.
Tell him to get up here. No, you told me you texted him.
He just texted me.
You didn't text him the lowest scoring game? What is?
No, he's listening on the radio, obviously.
Oh, all right. Well, Cass can come up. We could have some story time with Coach Cass.
But he's or maybe he left the game already and he's listening to us on the radio somewhere.
That's possible.
But I don't understand this text message he sent. So, like, Cass, is it what was it 2-0 and 3 quarters, or was the final 9-0? Like, what happened here?
Well, I can tell you what's happening here. Beautiful crescent moon is in the.
So here's what's interesting too, though.
2nd and 10, John. 5:46 and counting. 3-point game. Colts lead. Go ahead.
Well, we'll say it after this play.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Cousins, same formation. He's going to fire to the left on a slant to your guy Trent, who makes a stiff arm, gets the first down,
Yeah.
And that'll be 1st and goal from the 6.
And they're on the
This is the deepest anybody's got.
So they may end up screwing up our 3-0 game that I'm kind of rooting for. But here's the thing. Let's assume that this ends in 3-0 and it is the lowest scoring game of all time in Marion County. That would mean that Westport has been a part of both the highest scoring game and the lowest scoring games of all time in Marion County history.
There's nothing to be proud of, son. It's nothing to be proud of. Boy, this team's got some questions. Real questions. Only the 3rd game of the year, but woo, a lot to be answered. All right, they're going to do 2 backs. They're going to give it to the big back. He's hitting in the backfield. That's a lot of backs in one sentence. And that'll set up why does the marker say 3rd and goal?
Yeah, he met a host of defenders there.
All right, 2nd and goal.
Led by our guy 7, Tay Floyd.
He's been everywhere. He's just been off sides too. So it'll be 2nd and goal from, we'll call that the 9. I think he lost 2 yards on that play.
I think we're on the 8.
All right. You just had to argue. Now,
I just got to prove how my younger eyes are better than your older eyes.
Yeah, I am old. Damn, I'm old. I'm just happy to be alive. This may be my last year broadcasting games.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No, might be. 3 wide out. They're going to give it to the running back. He heads over the middle, bounces it outside, and it's brought down at the 5. And he reached up because he thought it was the goal line. The 5-yard line was a goal line.
That's our guy, number 7 again, Tay Floyd.
That was funny. Did you see that? That was funny.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm in the NFL. I'm going to reach out there over the 5. He did not make it to the 5. So it's 3rd and goal from outside the 5. Do you kick a field goal if you don't make it here?
No, I think you go for a touchdown.
Yeah, they have to go 95 yards.
Well, and not only that, but whether you kick a field
6
goal.
points or 7.
Yeah, whether you kick a field goal.
You still lose.
Yeah, if you kick a field goal, it's still a 1-score game.
Mm-hmm. That's why I asked the question, make you look like a genius.
And Westport is not going to kick a field goal because they don't have a kicker.
They're
going to go for a touchdown.
3 wideouts, same formation. They're going to fake it to Cousins, throw underneath, touchdown, Trent! Easy pitch and catch, play action pass. The whole linebacking core jumped.
Just a very they fell for the play action. Trent Hoffman not even so much a slant, but kind of like a dump up the little gut
that's
there.
All it was.
Hey, Trent Hoffman has now accounted for all of the points this game. 9 points.
It's
touchdown
sad.
And a field goal.
It's sad on a couple of notes. One, it's not the lowest score because that Houston game was 9-0. So now we're going to come in for the extra point, and this is Justin Stopford. Now I wonder if do they have I can't tell I literally can't see the numbers. Maybe if you have an HD TV and you're casting, maybe you could see those numbers. I sure as heck can't.
Or did he kick the field goal, Trent?
That's what I'm asking.
Maybe it was Stopford, and we just thought that was 12. And
they
says 17.
You can't see the number.
You can't see these numbers.
And there's the extra point, and it is good. And this game, John, is effectively over.
You know what? Maybe it was Stopford. Trent is the placeholder, though. Trent Hoffman is the placeholder.
Oh,
so he has literally had to do – he's had his hand on the ball on every score today.
So is the center.
Yeah.
So the center is better.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you got there. Congratulations. Congratulations. No, this may be my last year. Tired.
Burton says, no, I turned you guys off, and I'm sure there was a 2-0 somewhere.
Well, we have low battery, so hopefully I make it through the rest of the game. I can't charge
and I just got
broadcast
confirmation from Todd Swearingen that Eustis game was a 9-0 final.
How the hell does he know? How would you possibly
know that? And he
know
said
that?
So.
Todd, how would you possibly know that? I mean, Google doesn't go to that.
And Gainesville beat TC 7-3.
No quarterback play for TC. None.
I tell you,
they have no quarterback.
TC's playing bad this year.
Well, you got all those prima donnas, right?
Well,
they got Elijah Russell.
They got a lot of dudes over there. They got a lot of dudes,
and aren't getting it done. Oh, there's a little pooch kick. That's returnable. Catch the ball. Catches it on short hop. Fumbles. Ball comes out, and it's going to be recovered by the Colts. Wow.
Wow.
Guys are running away from the football.
Wow.
It's going to be a long season, John. You know what? And you look back, and there were a couple of key plays.
We may need to take our broadcasting elsewhere.
No, I'm a loyal dude. You're not allowed to do that. I'm ride or die. If there is anybody I could unhitch my wagon with, it's John Ivory. But couple of big plays in this. One was the easy touchdown that Jyleek Barnes dropped.
Yep.
And the rest is kind of history. Westport's never been in it after that. Now they're going to throw out to the flats again, and they're going to just run it up.
And now they're running it up here.
But you know what? I don't care about running it up. You got to tackle. Make a tackle.
Just a little simple little flare out there to our
Strickland got burned.
To Foster, and he was off to the Jets. I tell you, Foster is impressive. The fact that he's literally only touched the ball about 4 or 5 times tonight, they need to do better than that. This kid needs to be touching the ball 12 to 13 times every game.
All right, here comes the extra point that Trent is going to hold. So your theory is no longer valid. Makes it 17-0 Colts.
That changed quickly, huh?
Trent didn't score. So how are you going to say? What are you going to say now? He was on the field for all the points. Well, what's the story?
I think he was one of the blockers out there.
Is that what it was?
He was one of the
set up the screen.
He was one of the blockers out there on the bubble pass.
You know, it's amazing. This game was 0-0 till late in the fourth quarter.
It was 3-0 with it was 3-0.
8 minutes left.
No, 6 minutes left.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And now it's 17-0 with 3 minutes
well,
left.
and again, it's high school, it's emotion, but you can't quit, right? Let's see if this Wolfpack team has any fight in them.
Yeah.
This defense played much better than 17 points, right? The Westport offense has been terrible since the opening drive. They had a great opening drive and have been terrible since. Another pooch kick. Let's see if he runs away from it. Why are you running away from the football, son? And they fumble it again. The ball is out, and it's picked up. And it's North Marion ball again. Quit running away from the football. Holy cow. If that's what you're teaching, teach something else. Literally, there are 3 guys running away from the football.
Actually, no. They're saying Westport came up with it.
Oh, my gosh.
Westport got a little lucky. They caught a break there.
You don't run away from the football.
No.
And it's not like they're moving up the block, John. They're literally they're running backwards. Go make a play. Savino's still in at quarterback. I'm a little surprised by that. 3 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. He's going to fire over the flats, and that's not a well-thrown ball, and it's dropped for good measure. 2nd and 10.
Looks like the intended receiver there was Strickland, and I'll be honest, I'm really not sure what type of route that was either. I mean, it was like a 2-yard hitch.
And it was 2 yards short.
Yeah.
Terrible throw.
Get some depth on your route.
I really think
at a minimum, a hitch is 6 yards back to 5, not 2 yards back to 1.
Same formation. Gavin looks to the right this time under all kinds of pressure, rolls out, fires into the flats. That ball's going to be picked. And it is picked off at the 40. He's going to head over to the right side. I think he's going to need to break a couple of tackles to get in the end zone, but he gets to the 21. Yeah. That was a terribly thrown ball.
Savino, he just got flushed out to the right. You know, he's just at this point of the game, less than 3 minutes left. You're down by 17. He's getting a little bit desperate, trying to make something out of nothing, and throws it right into the hands of number 9, Jermaine Jackson, who actually picked it off at about the 40 and returns it to the Westport 20. So, hey, here goes North Marion again. They're in position to score again. Let's see if they do it.
And I don't believe in this all run the clock out. No, score. It's your job. 3 wide receivers, same sets. Cousins under shotgun. He's firing into the flats, and again, it's wide open.
To Foster again.
Foster. He breaks 2 tackles, carries another
touchdown.
guy. They quit on that play. That defense just gave up.
Yeah.
And North Marion's going to get a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for taunting.
Once again, though, why weren't they throwing this to Foster in the beginning of the game?
Well, because they were playing defense.
Yeah.
Strickland, stop.
But they didn't even attempt this. They didn't even attempt this to Foster
fair.
throughout the game.
That's fair.
And now 2 times in a row you throw it, touchdowns each time.
That's rough. That's rough. What is that, 21 points in 90 seconds?
Yeah. This game got ugly quick.
It can. Ricky Howard's getting his FaceTime, making sure he's got to talk about it. You always put it on the kick there, Ricky.
Polishing his flag.
Whew. He keeps it clean.
Do you think he sleeps with his flag at night?
Oh, I
Kind
saw.
of like how people have a special pillow or blanket or a stuffed animal they
I
sleep
saw
at night.
him.
Ricky Howard sleeps with his flag.
This offseason, I saw him in the grocery store, and I was standing behind him in the checkout line.
Did he have a flag in the back of his?
No, I wasn't in the right mindset to give him trash. But it's one of those times you wish you had a flag and you could just throw it on the
Or better yet, if you're in the
register.
grocery store, if you got some bananas and you're
Really quick?
and you really quick unpeel it and throw the banana peel.
Holding. Every time he does something, he goes, illegal procedure. Offsides on the cart. Every aisle he gets another penalty.
Yeah.
And you slow down his shopping, you make him wait. That's a 5-yard penalty. Back up your cart.
Yeah.
He'll drag out the shopping like he drags out his football games. That would be hilarious. I did. I saw him. I'm like,
It was
oh
funny.
my
Hey,
gosh.
when
And I was hoping he didn't recognize me.
When I found out from LaRocco.
Yeah, you texted me.
Earlier
and
this
I'm like,
week.
oh, here we go.
Yeah, with that.
And then you put it on social media, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, FHS. At least you didn't tag FHSAA this time.
Well, when I found out Ricky Howard was a ref, I talked to Steve Rem. He didn't even know who the ref was. And I talked to him. So, did you see who your ref is? Oh, don't tell me. Don't
Go
ruin my
to the
day.
football. Why would you let that ball bounce? Oh, he catches it on a great bounce. He's got a hole. He's gone. This may be the first touchdown. Nope, he's tackled at the 35 by the kicker.
Nice return by Buster Barnes, but the kicker there, Stopford, he makes the touchdown-saving tackle.
It looked like the Colts were just like waiting for the fumble to happen.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even cover that. That was weird. Northman didn't even cover the kick.
Oh, quarterback change. Nope, Gavin's in there. I see him now. Sorry. I really expected to see Jyleek Barnes play quarterback tonight. 24-0 is our score. 2:26 left to go in the football game. Savino's a quarterback. 2 wideouts to the top and bottom. Savino looks to the top. He's under pressure, rolls out. Just run it, son. Now he fires, and it's dropped by Barnes.
And that was
That's a 15-yard gain, son.
And that was a nice throw by Savino.
Right in the hands.
Just another
Help
drop
a man
pass.
out.
And he actually rolled out, threw it across his body. That's a tough throw. It was right on the money, and he was wide open. And unfortunately, another drop pass there.
You can't blame this offense on any one player. But there are so many little things.
Everyone's had their part.
So many little basic things. Offsides, drop balls, missed assignments. 2nd and 10, Savino drops back. He fires down deep over the right side, and that's going to be pass interference against the Colts because he basically held them.
I tell you, here's how you fix this. Okay? I remember when I played football at Mount Union. Okay?
You guys were pretty good.
We're pretty good. We were playing against Ohio Northern. Okay? We were on a 56-game winning streak. We had just tied our own winning streak for most games won in a row. We were going for 57, and we lost. And we didn't score many points that game. I think we scored like maybe 13, 14 points, which was unusual for us. The next day at practice, or next week of practice, our coach, he literally had us run the same play over and over again.
I love that.
For an hour and a half.
That's a what's his name?
And the defense knew it was coming, and they knew it didn't
Lombardi
matter.
would do that. He would run the same play 45 times.
Yeah.
Again, they're going to mark the double penalties. Oh, they got an unsportsmanlike in now. Look, This is the best field position Westport's had all season. I think this is the first time they're inside the 10-yard line. Right, Nick? I've watched all their game film.
Thanks to a penalty.
2 penalties. 30 yards worth of penalties. So here we go. Let's see what Savino can do inside the 10-yard line with 2:13 left to go. He drops back under all kinds of pressure, throws a screen, and it's picked.
Picked
off at the 10, and he is gone unless Savino makes a tackle, and he does. Nice tackle there, brought down at the 40-yard line. Terrible, terrible throw.
Yeah, they were throwing a little screen pass there. I think they were trying to hit Leonard Hill on the running back screen, and unfortunately,
terrible. It hit the defender in the chest, and there was nobody there. They were trying to throw a middle screen.
Safety Jeremiah Mack read that.
So
perfectly.
I don't know if somebody didn't run the right route, or Gavin bailed out.
It was a screen pass, and Jeremiah Mack, he just sniffed it out the whole way.
I don't know where the receiver was.
He returned that from about the 5-yard line all the way to the 40. So here goes North Marion again. They still got over 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, why not score?
And they're 4 wide. They're getting ready to score.
Fumbled snap, and he's going to be hitting the backfield, brought down by a huge loss. That dude plays with passion. I love it.
Floyd, I tell you, man, he's been back there all game.
And you know what? If you don't like this, call the FHSAA. It's their fault because of the ranking system they have. You have to run it up so that people rank you higher so you can make your playoffs.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because you don't play anybody in your district necessarily. It's terrible. Ooh, rough night, though, for the Wolfpack. All right, John, we got a minute and 26, which means we have about 45 minutes of game time, of real time. What do you do if you're the Wolfpack from here?
After tonight or for the rest of the game?
Well, yeah, rest of the season.
Rest of the season.
Big run there by Cave. He'll be brought down after a 15-yard gain. He buried it. Thank you. Way not to throw a flag.
Here's the thing about Westport. Their schedule does not get much easier from here.
It's brutal.
Next game they have Forest, which, Forest is probably one of the worst teams on the schedule.
That's at Forest.
But then they go to Hawthorne, who's no joke this year.
Is Forest at home or at Forest?
They're at Forest.
Yeah.
Then you're at Hawthorne, who Hawthorne is a good football team. They're talking about that team winning the 1A state championship.
That's not a shock.
Then they go to Lake Brantley.
Tough loss.
Then they go to Apopka.
Loss.
Then they have Evans at home.
Loss.
Ocoee at home.
Loss.
And then they finish with Denellen at home.
Loss.
This was a
game.
Name
the women after their start, right? After they came out and the ball game's over, they took a knee. 24-0's your final. Seriously, where's a win on there?
Forest.
If you don't win next week, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. Right?
Yeah.
You could easily.
Ocoee potentially. I don't think Ocoee's all that good.
Have they scored? This team can't score, John.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are we still not allowed to shake hands? Oh, you're kidding me. How stupid is that?
I know. I think that's a school thing because they're shaking hands at the Bellevue games. They shake hands.
That's so stupid.
I think that's a living good thing.
Well, that's stupid. That's so dumb.
Yeah,
they just spit all over each other.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
You're outside. Come on.
And if this is a living good thing, then he's got no spine.
Well, no, that's true. But two things can be true.
Ocoee's 2-0 right now.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, 3-0.
Yeah,
they beat Oak Ridge 31-0, Wakiva 14-13, and Olympia 34-13.
Where's the win come from?
What's that?
They better
Forced.
win.
They
better win.
They got to be forced next week.
Or at that point, if you don't beat Forest, you just gotta play for the future.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of freshmen. I don't know. So the final, and I don't have much to say. Nick, go ahead and text Dan for me.
I'm in
5 minutes.
I'm in all right now.
I watched the film, and those were better teams. I'm not taking anything away from North Marion. North Marion is undefeated. They're 2-0. They look good for half a quarter tonight. Westport's defense is there. They're not getting anything from the offensive side of the football.
Yeah. The defense was strong.
And when they did get something going on, they shoot themselves in the foot with a penalty or a turnover, right? Or something mental where they drop a ball. And dropping passes, you're a wide receiver, is mental more than anything else.
It's lack of concentration is all that is. I think too often one of the biggest problems that high school wide receivers make is they're too worried about making that move with the ball before they actually catch it. And when you're trying to when you put the cart before the horse, it's going to lead to something bad, and that's what's happening, I think. Although this post down the middle of the field that was just a bad drop by Barnes.
And it wasn't his only drop.
He had 3 drops in that.
There's a lot to share. There's a lot of blame to go around. I don't know, and it's hard. It looked like they had some good things going in the first quarter, making those easy reads for the quarterback, and it just didn't work well.
And I'm trying to check some scores here for us to see what's happening around the county.
Unbelievable! I'm still awed. I'm in awe. 24-0's the final.
Vanguard is beating Denellen 13-6. 5 minutes to go in the game.
All right, so John, where will you be next week?
Next week, I'll actually be at Bellevue Lecanto. They're actually doing a little reunion / ceremony thing for the Final Four team of 2000. They're calling it a 20th anniversary, even though technically it's been 21 years, but I guess they couldn't do it last year because of the COVID stuff.
Sure.
So I'll be there next week. It'll be nice seeing a bunch of my old teammates. Coach Brent Hall, Coach Eddie Anderson will all be there, even some of the other assistants. So it's going to be neat seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in a lot of years.
How much money are you going to ask them for? I know you're laughing because you're like, yeah, I got to figure out how I'm going to get money.
Put a little present. I'll put a little PowerPoint together for them.
Love it.
On the long-term investment that they're making into the program and the community and themselves. So. And
again, Bellevue's got a lot to be fired up about. They're a good football team. Westport, not. They're just not.
Give Westport Bellevue's schedule.
It's completely different. Yeah,
maybe a different story.
Yeah. But like it or not, Westport has a huge student body, and they play in a big boy division.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But here's the thing about Bellevue too, is the way their schedule is shaping up, they're going to be 5-0.
Oh, they will be.
And quite frankly,
they will be. They will be the only undefeated team in 3 weeks.
Well, there's a possibility they're 7-0.
Oh, I know.
Going into week 8 against Vanguard. And granted, they're not going to beat Vanguard, but the confidence that gives you as a team.
Hear me out. If they're 7-0, we'll be at the Vanguard game.
Deal.
If they're 6-1, I'll do the Vanguard game.
Okay.
All right. Is that a deal? Whatever. I'll just wherever I'm supposed to be. I'm like, look, you're 0-6. This one's 6-1 and 6-1. All right. Hey, John Ivory. We have a couple of more games, but not for a while. So I'm hoping Coach Kaz joins us, or someone, or it's Nick's grabbing a headset. Nick, thank you. Great job of producing.
Nick
Bring
is the
laptop.
Nick is the man.
I will send you all the ads. And John, that was
fun.
Penn
Flooring.
That's
actually my parents' neighbor.
Oh, fantastic. Who? Penn Flooring? They live next to Penn Flooring?
Yeah. No. The owner's house.
I was kidding. JR? RJ? JR?
No. The dad.
Oh, okay. It's much better. All right. So Pin Flooring, thank you. Thank you, Life South Community Blood Centers. Give blood. Hey, it's 9/11. Thank a veteran. All right? And thank your first responders. All right, Nick. I want to, again, thank you very much. We'll see you next week as we do the Forest football game. And, again, you can listen every morning to Tom Schmitz and I at 8 a.m. 8 a.m.
Signing off.
Yeah, you've been listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.